What's up, sports fans? It's your man D back. Speak your mind. What's up? All right, check it out, man. Got these two guys, Jake Paul, Nate Robinson. You're ready to get it in the boxing ring. You know what I mean? Don't know how interesting that's going to be, but I do want to talk about it because of some significant things in this fight. Jake Paul, I think potentially will probably be 1-1 after this is all said and done. Listen, man. Well, before I get into that, before I even get into that, Shakur Stevenson has some things to say about Carl Frampton. Yeah, Shakur Stevenson is talking now, being a little more vocal. And that's what it's going to take, man. You got to do something in this game, Shakur. You can't just sit back and rely on your promoters to do everything. Maybe you need to get a little more vocal. Who knows? But he is getting a little more vocal. He has some things to say about Carl Frampton. And we're going to talk about today. And young Devin Haney, concerning his upcoming fight with Yuriorkis Gamboa, he also has some things to say. So that's what we're going to talk about today, guys. For the love of sports, let's talk about it. What's up, everybody? All right, let's see what we got in the building. My man, IBT, first up. You like being first, don't you, IBT? Don't get used to it. Next season, coming after you. No worries. You know what I mean? I'll have to put you back in your place. All right, Carlos Mendoza, what's good with you, my man? Big Dan in the building. Woolly boy, slip and move. Champ Ross, champ. Hey, every time you come in, champ, make sure you drop that info about the prediction league in here. And then, so that I can speak on it, then I can speak on it. And you already got the info in there. Just remind me. But let's push that league. Get Hugo Sanchez up in there. Get up in the league, Sanchez, and come see what you got. Get your picks in. See if you can take that first place spot. See if you can beat D. Jeff. You know what I mean? Because that's the key. Can you beat D. Jeff? You can beat D. Jeff, then you can validate yourself. I know what's going on in that ring. But until you beat me, it's questionable. Shout out to Queen Lisa. Lisa did it. You know what I mean? Mark Unrivaled did it. IBT Boxing Truth did it. Ralph for real, what's good with you? Samuel Shaw. Samuel Shaw did not do it. Samuel did not. So you don't know what's going on in that ring, Samuel. You don't know shit until you can come in there and beat D. Jeff. Go in the Fantasy Boxing Prediction League and see if you can beat D. Jeff. Just that simple. IBT, what's up? You said D, you wish. Don't worry about it, kiddo. I'm trying to tell you, I'm a consistent champ in that league. You understand? I'm always there, buddy. I've seen them all come and go, IBT. They've had success, then they dwindle away. Shout out to Roccolo Hernandez. He won one season. Shout out to Naota. I made him retire after he won a season. Shout out to Chad Ross, but Chad is the man. He's still in the season. But listen, man, these guys, they come and they go. The winners, they come and they go. But one thing about it, you always see D. Jeff at top. What happened to Intangible? Get This Smoke, Raider from LA, Jose Yepes, and all of those guys flapping off at the gums when D. Jeff was down at 23rd position. What happened to all of those people? I thought I ended the season top 5 from 23rd position. And all of those people flapping them gums at the end of the day could not beat. So if you want to see what you got, join the Fantasy Boxing Prediction League and see if you can beat Jeff. IBT, no worries. I know it. I'm coming to get that. Bully Boy said, IBT, congratulations. Yeah, big up. Big ups again and congrats to IBT for taking that thing down. He took it down. The prediction league champ. He is wearing that belt that I'm getting ready to come take away from him. There you go. Champ Ross got the info in the chat. I'm gonna come back and put that up again, Champ Ross. All right, that's his email, Champ Ross EZ. Uh, Champ Easy. Sorry, Champ Easy at 22 at yahoo.com. If you don't have Facebook, guys, that's how you can still get in the league. Just email Champ at that email address right there, and boom, it'll get you straight. And if you do got Facebook, which is the easiest way, which is the best way, you can join the page, check out the community, the guys we have in the competition. They'll give you great updates, give you updates on your scores, updates, you post updates and footage of the fights that we picked, multiple fights every season. The best league, hands down, all around. No other league is better than this, man. I'm telling you guys. And as soon as you get in, you're going to go, oh, this boxing league is official. And you got to beat Jeff. That's the key. So appreciate it, Willie Boy. Yeah, Rob in the building. What's good with you, Rob? All right, here we go. Overall point. Man, you ain't beat nothing but your gums, Samuel Shaw. You ain't beat nothing. Overall points you couldn't have beat. You understand? Let me explain. Because I was sitting at the top and you were somewhere down there surfacing around. So if you had more points, then you would have gotten up there. So you ain't beat nothing but your damn gums. And you need to stop beating your gums and stop ducking me, son. And come back into the prediction league because you're ducking me, son. Stop ducking me, son. Oh, boy. This is great, great stuff. Who are the champions of the league, y'all? Who are the big five? Well, definitely me. You know, yet it remains to be seen. YC is, I would say YC is a big five. Um, Let me see here. I don't really consistently. You would probably have to get with Chad Ross on that IBT. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you. Consistently, um, YC is all I really got because I'm not even. I'm being serious. That top five guys, it fluctuates. People get up there, and then the next season they're like 13 or 14. So only really consistent. And even YC, he missed a couple of times. Look, bro, it ain't no top five. This is just the case. I don't know. Champ can tell you, maybe he knows, or you can go back and look, do the research on it. But it ain't no goddamn top five. It's D Jefferson. Okay, I'm the only one who hovers up there like that consistently. And as a matter of fact, I think top five is, not in my league because all of the other seasons it was top three. This is the first season I dropped to top five. But that's why I don't know what Samuel Shaw is talking about, all of that foolery about overall points. That motherfucker won't even in my eyesight. Not Chat Ross, Samuel Shaw. Your bullshit ass. Andre, how do you see T.O. getting the job done? It's a couple of ways he can get the job done, Andre. He can catch Lomachenko with that left hook trying to pivot out because I do think if he tries to pivot out in certain situations, he's going to pivot away from the right hand. And Teofimo also has a devastating left hook. So, people just think that, okay, Lomachenko's a smart boxer, one of the smartest in the game. But Lomachenko has given this kid full credit for IQ. And when you have IQ, people have to have the understanding that he can set traps. Teofimo can set traps. What Teofimo does so special, and I'm gonna give it up since we're a week away from the fight, and I don't talk about this. The thing with Teofimo Lopez, and I knew this way back since he fought on Pablo Sanchez, right? on Pablo Sanchez. I was watching the kid a couple of fights before Sanchez, but I think it was like 2017. He fought one Pablo Sanchez, and I'm looking at this, and I'm like, damn, this kid is nice. He's young too. So I'm looking at him, and I'm like, wow. So I noticed Teofimo way back then. When I came on YouTube, I was talking about Teofimo, and I didn't hear anybody talking about. I didn't hear anybody talking about Teofimo back then. And so what he does, what makes him so special, Andre, that recognition. See, the way you set up traps, you have to recognize what that opponent is going to do. You got to shoot feints. You got to get a reaction out of it, right? So Teofimo hits hard. Boom, he gets a couple of hits on you. And then those feints are going to work, right? And so he downloads that information extremely fast. Within 2 or 3 rounds, he got all of that information. And that's what makes this kid so special. So he gets in there, he hits you with some shots, he uses his feints, right? Foot feints, and to the body, he used those feints, and then he processed this information. Okay, so this is what he's gonna do. That's what he's gonna do. So what I need people to realize is that Lomachenko, all fighters have tendencies. Teofimo's gonna get in there and try to download that tendency. It's still gonna be a puzzle because Lomachenko so much in his tool shed, but everything is about timing. So he could catch Lomachenko pivoting away from the right hand. He could set him up. He could feign or make Loma think he's going to throw the right hand and catch him pivoting from that right hand. Boom! Catch him with that left hook. Okay, so he's got a strong left hook. Another way that he could possibly get Lomachenko out of there is people keep talking about the right hand, but I think it'll be more of an up on the inside because Teofimo also has right. Body him, boom, boom, go to the body, feint to the uppercut, get him to drop those arms. Boom, right up the middle. There's another way he can get him in trouble. Now, either of these shots, I don't think this is going to lay Lomachenko out or punch. Could possibly, but I don't think so. But I think it's going to get him into enough trouble. Most devastating closer. Explosive when it's time to close it down. Ain't no time to get the job done. So that's my ideas. That's a couple of ways. A couple more things I think that he'll be effective in and he can do too. We'll have to see. We know Lomachenko has been practicing and smartest guy in the game, so he's been working on fighting off the back foot. But Teofimo can still present some problems doing that. So we might see a variation of anything. But those first 2 things that I gave to you, I'm looking at something like that. Body him, right? Body, feint to the body, catch him pivoting out, and surprise him with that left hook, maybe even a check left, catch him because Loma like to throw and pivot, So he dips one of those shots, boom, catch him with a left hook, or he'll call on the inside. Same thing. Hit him with some body shots. Get him drop those arms. Hit him with that uppercut. That one could put him out. You see what happened with Dillian White. BK, what's good with you? I could beat it with a stick. That's what's up, dog. Andre, he said, I thought you was crazy when you said Fury would KO Wilder. I'm telling you, man. He did surprise me the way he did it, but nah, man, my guy Fury, man. People keep sleeping on my guy Fury, Andre. I hear all of this nonsense about Joshua. And don't get me wrong, Joshua could beat Fury, but is what I hear people say, Fury can't do that Joshua will bring up Doug McDermott. All of this, put him down, whatever, and all of whatever, man. None of them beat him. Might not be able to question your T.O. Loma prediction. Hey man, it's a good argument. It's a good argument. Hey guys, let me get this link in. My bad, everybody. Slipping the day. Having a little fun, man. But y'all check out the prediction league for sure. I'm gonna go back up and up for everybody. Quick. Oh, that wrong. Yeah, IBT champion. He is the champion this season number 5. Champion IBT boxing. Mortal Boxing Truth. All right, there's the link. There's the link. Jordan C. Jordan is a consistent guy. Jordan's always hovering in the top. That's a consistent guy. I got to beat Jordan. If you can beat Jordan now, he's saying something because Jordan's always hovering around in the top 10 somewhere, and that's good. That's tough to do. Really, guys, top 15. If you can get in the top 15 in that league, then even if you don't beat D. Jeff, I give you some credit for knowing what's going on in the ring. Because if you can get in the top 15 in that league, you're doing well. And Jordan always stays in the top 10. So Jordan, he gets full credit. I know IBT is one too. Was D ever a champ? Yeah, I am champ. Nah, I didn't win yet, man. Fell short. Fell short. But again, I'm not the champ, but I'm the man to beat because I'm the most feared. I'm the guy that's always putting the heat on the champs. You know what I mean? Always putting the heat. I had Mark put the heat on you because he knew I was coming. He said, "No, fuck that. I can't let D pass me." Heat on you. See, that's what I do. IBT, and don't you forget it. Hey, D ain't talking about no Jake Paul. Though. Yeah. I am. We get ready to, man. I just was clamoring on about that prediction league. He went from top 3 to top 5. He's washed. Yeah, right. Yeah, that's what I want you to think. And then I'm gonna spark your ass. There ain't gonna be no 23rd next season, buddy. Yeah, that's what I want you to think about. See, you was hovering around up around the top the whole time, right? Think about that, IBT. You was up there. You was doing well the whole season. I wasn't doing well. First half of the season, wasn't doing well. Remember, 23rd place. So ain't gonna be none of that next season, buddy boy. Uh, yeah. He said, what did he say, Rob? Andre, he didn't say KO, he just said win. Oh, yeah. Raw season 5, IBT, Roccolo. Okay, there it is. Roccolo, Hernandez, right. Season 3, Naota, yup. Orlando Deval. Yup, there you go. And Champ Ross won the first season. Right. Yep, there you go. Champ. Champ he got one up under his belt. Teofimo should start a GoFundMe. Oh man, that's funny. Yeah. These black and mild. Do so. I like that, bro. Let me hit that. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Yeah. That's priceless. You should wear that. You should wear that costume for Halloween. If you can find it, man, that would be priceless. How did downloads work against that Japanese dude? What Japanese dude? His downloads worked well. Nakatani was ranked higher than you talk about Naoshi Nakatani. He was ranked higher than Teofimo uh on the world level. And Naoshi Nakatani he never been knocked out. He had a 70% knockout ratio. Again, Monster Inoue. You know what I mean? Tanaka, Takashi Inoue. Like these guys can box. Just because you didn't know anything about Nakatani, don't think he couldn't box. Nakatani had a speed advantage over Teofimo Lopez. Nakatani's fast, bro, and he hits hard. So he had a speed advantage, height advantage, length advantage. And the kid the downloads did work. You know why? Payouts because he won. He wasn't put in all easy fights he know he can win, like Tank Davis. He was put in a fight that would cause him adversity. He worked through that adversity and won. So think about that. AI. Well, that's why you just stay in the chat. Don't you click this link, because if you click this link, I'll tell you a new asshole. God damn it. Chad Ross, IVT, Samuel Shaw, Iceman in the building. What's good, Iceman? Nah, that's what MMA chat. He'll need to rough up an old man, overthinking and all that is gonna whatever, man. I ain't even gonna argue too much about that anymore because we get ready to find out this weekend. Hey y'all, all the talk done. That shit is done, son. Saturday is damn right, MMA champ. That's what I'm talking about. Saturday is the day. I must have put the wrong link in the chat or something. No, let me see. No, that's it. Okay, so y'all just want to hear me yak? That's cool. I can hold it down. All right, Teofimo got to fight a bit dirty, in my opinion. Yeah. Mm-hmm. He's got to be careful because Loma balance that footwork. That's where it gets dangerous. Not Lomo's stronger than everyone thinking. Those wrestling drills and shit he was doing was, listen, Lomachenko knows what he's doing. So he is going to have to do that, but he's going to have to be careful doing that. But he's not going to have to rely on that IBT. I'm going to tell you that right now. Like, I don't know. I mean, I know what idea you have, but he's not going to have to rely on that. This kid can do more than I think a lot of people give him credit for because they just haven't seen it. So you can't, I can't knock anybody for that, but he can do a lot more than you're going to see in this fight. This is what's going to make him great. This is going to propel Teofimo Lopez because a lot of people that's saying what Lomachenko is going to do and where Teofimo is going to have problems. Unless they hate they Teofimo haters, they're not gonna give him credit for doing these things. Like he knows the sports. No matter what happens in this fight, if Teofimo loses in a great battle, he knows the sports will not give the kid credit. Right? If he wins, he won't give the kid. Oh, he knocked out Lomachenko. Lomachenko was paid to lose or some stupid shit like that. Oh, Aaron paid him to lose because of this. He'll make some narrative up. So some people are not going to give him credit, but if you watch the fight, then he's going to show you some things that you didn't know he had. And that's what I know that this is what I'm going to hear, especially from a lot of boxing minds that know boxing, because that ego sitting on their shoulder. You can't tell them that. They're just going to say, well, I didn't know he had that. Oh, you didn't know he had that. You didn't know he had that. You're just saying, whatever. I was looking for that, and a lot of people wasn't. So he's going to show you things that you didn't know he had, or you might have known or just didn't pay attention to it or whatever the case. But that's what's going to be said from a lot about, well, I didn't know this kid could do that. Yeah, well, that's what it's going to be. He's going to do that. That's the facts. He said, that's facts. Joshua beats Fury. It's not facts. It's not facts until the fights happen. It was a fact that Joshua beat Andy Ruiz in that first fight. I don't think, pro Mexican fans, I had a couple of them. Nobody really thought beat him. It's not a fact until you see the fight. That, my friend, is the facts. AJ is a bum. Fury beats him. See? There you go. It kills both ways. There's only one Tyson Fury. You big doses. That's right, BK. You big doses. All of you. I'll box your head off. Intangible, what's up, dog? Lower beats Teal by decision. Yeah, I can see that. That's very possible. Intangible. Shout out to Samuel. Wow. Fury got dropped by a cruiserweight. Yep. And he got dropped by Cunningham. He got dropped by McDermott. He got dropped by Wilder. Will he get dropped by A? Did he get dropped by Klitschko? Did he get dropped by Derek Chisholm? Okay. Whatever, man. One fight to the next has nothing to do with it. Tyson Fury. He's the only champion still undefeated. Oops. Hey, they got multi-drop by a short fat man. Yeah. Okay. Let me read these comments, y'all. My predictions early. Oh, word. I was the second person to post them. All right, Big Dan, that's what I'm talking about. All right, man, let me drop down here. G Boogie in the building. Toby Barlett, what's good with you, my man? See who we got in the house. I'm behind again. Sorrows 2 times. What's up? Hey, Brody, hope y'all are well. When you get a chance, you can check out the article titled Daily Reminder AJ Furious 6. Good one, man. You even had me read all of that out. Dan said he had Nakatani winning. Yeah, some people did. One thing's important, though, Big Dan. The judges didn't. In the book. Some people have Porter beating Spence 7-5, but in the books. Man, Grower, what's good with you? All right. That's what's up, man. Appreciate you. Sorry I got there so late. Jay Kyle, what's up, brother? Jay Kyle in the building. Slide down here, guys, and then get on to the topic because almost 30 minutes and now we're talking about the prediction league, Samuel Shaw ducking me and everything else. Mean Sports, what's up with you, fam? Appreciate you. D talking like Loma don't know threat level. No, well, see, AI, maybe you need to clean your ears because Intangible said Lomachenko beats Tio by decision. I said, yeah, I can see that. See, get your cotton swabs and clean your ears out, fam. So all you gotta do, AI, listening sometimes is better than talking, AI. You know what I mean? What range you think Loma gonna fight at with them short arms? He's gonna have to get in. He's gonna have to get in every time he hits Teofimo or goes into attack. He's gonna have to score points. It's gonna be dangerous. This is what makes the fight so great. Plus the kid's explosive, so getting back out or that pivot out I was explaining could be costly. Gonna have to see costly, but it's gonna have to be mid range to inside, Iceman. Not gonna just stick on the outside and beat up Teofimo and Lopez. And then Teofimo's going to be coming. So mid range to inside. Loma's going to have to get in there to put some work. But Lomachenko, man, he knows what he's doing. He knows how to work inside, get out, move. It's not gonna. It's a good fight, guys. Good fight. What up, Pigeon? I didn't see Pigeon, but what up, Pigeon? There you go, Pigeon Mike Tyson in the building. What's good? Justin Trouble, what's up, Justin Trouble? What's good with you, fam? All right, guys, I made it. I made it down. MMA champ said, Tia female, Lopez. Oh boy, man, that's funny. Tia female Lopez. That's the first time I heard that one. I kind of like that. Tia female gonna knock Lomachenko out, man. All good, Toby. Day off work. All right, guys. So since nobody want to come join me today, I'll start it off. Talking about Jake Paul, Nate Robinson. So Jake Paul was successful in his first boxing match against another YouTuber, and he made the YouTuber look basic. The YouTuber was afraid of him. He was smaller than him. He was shorter than him. He didn't have the reach and all of this. And Jake Paul pretty much beat him up pretty easily, right? Charles D in the building. What's good, Charles D? Said people forget Theo has footwork. Look at his anime. Yeah, man. I don't even get into that too much no more. Double M in the building. Boxing Logic United. What's up, Myron? What's good with you, fam? Yeah, so here's the thing. Let me put the link in the chat. Yeah. All right, there's a link. So here's the thing, guys, with the Jake Paul and Nate Robinson thing. So I'm gonna dig into this. I put the link in the chat like 3 times, Double M, and nobody clicked it, so I stopped putting it in. So This is what I think, man. This is a different fight from this little. Oh, hold on, Charles D. I'm gonna let y'all rock on this first before I get in. I want to get y'all thoughts first. Think Double M get ready to chime in too. What's up, Charles D? What do you think? Jake Paul, Nate Robinson. What's your ideas on this fight? Jake Paul talking about when he gonna knock Nate Robinson out and all this. First off, I don't really know if either guy will get knocked out, but if somebody gets knocked out, I honestly don't think that it'll be Nate Robinson for certain reasons. But what you?
Hell no, this nigga play with fucking 7 foot motherfuckers who's like 3 times his size.
Right.
And this nigga's not a fighter. He's not a fighter for real. I'm not even paying attention to that bullshit. I was just jumping on because I was looking at the shit and you was going on about Tiafimo and Loma.
Yeah,
I'm
I
like,
don't even
Jesus.
want to talk about that. My other topic. I know because the fight Saturday, bro, and people got their feelings. Lomachenko's gonna beat him up and do this, and do that, and all
Yeah,
that.
we got 4 days to them answers get questioned.
Mean Sports. I think I shouted y'all, but anyway, shout you out again. Mean Sports in the building. What up with your fam? Um,
What is that shit on? It's like on
but
a site, or you got to pay for this stupid shit.
I don't even know yet, bro. It's on ESPN Plus here.
I ain't watching that shit. I'll be waiting for Loma.
Oh, you talk about this Jake Paul and Nate Robinson.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't even have a clue yet, fam. I don't know. But they're supposed to have some interesting undercard fights. I don't know. I'm only talking about this fight because I hear people talking about Nate Robinson. Jake Paul knocking Nate Robinson out. That's pretty much what I wanted to speak on. Um, Sub to my guy, Mean Sports. Okay, all right, yeah. So Justin Trouble put the link in the chat for Mean Sports. Y'all go check him out, man. Give the guy a shout, see if you like him. Hit that subscribe button. I'm gonna go check him out too, Justin Trouble. I didn't know he had a channel. Guido, what's up with you, brother? Yeah, I know Guido in the building. Anthony Joshua, don't let success get to your head and failure get to your heart. Facts. Facts. Well said, fam. Julio Martinez, what's up, brother? What's good with you, fam? So Charles D, the other two topics, since you don't really have any opinion on Nate Paul or Dick Paul and Robinson, Shakur Stevenson, Carl Frampton. So like Shakur wants that fight. He
I
wants
thought he was. I thought he was going for Bachel.
yeah. But he wants Carl Frampton because obviously Carl Frampton has been bumping his gums, and he said going into a fight with Carl Frampton, it would be a different style. He would go in there to knock Carl Frampton out.
I thought honestly, I think he would have did the same thing with Bachel because that's a wrong fight for Bachel. Even though people would be like, and Bachel's a beast, and he's this, that'd be target practice because he's a come for a fighter. Shakur is a counterpuncher. That shit'll fall right in his lap.
Yeah, he's complete, man. Like I wouldn't even call this kid just a counterpuncher. He's so complete. He's a complete boxer.
Exactly. But no, but that's what I'm saying. Like when he was calling out Bachel, I'm like, he's calling him out for a reason. Like
Yeah,
he sees it.
he's
And everybody's
calling
like, oh,
everyone out though. He's not
yeah,
limited in the only one that he's not calling out is Jamel Herring.
at 30.
That's because they boys.
Yeah, but as far as the other matchups, that shit's he's seen them styles. He sparred that shit. He
Mm-hmm.
knows and that's what and everybody knows that. Like we know you're gonna win that.
Yeah.
You've been sparring that shit for years.
Yeah, man. I mean, I agree. But Carl Frampton, I don't know, man. Like, I'm
Carl
not.
Frampton's a little more active.
Yeah, yeah.
But I still I would give Shakur UD on that one if he doesn't stop him.
I would. I would. Definitely. I couldn't see picking the stop for Shakur. I would definitely go by decision if though I went by decision because, bro, that's a step up fight for Shakur.
Yeah, but
And
Shakur
I
knows
know
he
in
can.
Shakur, he has the eye test, but bro, he ain't fought no one on Carl Frampton's level.
Yeah, but
Julio with the super sticker. Appreciate the fam. What you say, Charles?
I would take Shakur UD.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Again, I would look at the fight. I'm not just going to off the back say that I would take Shakur. I would definitely look at the fight. I probably would pick Shakur, right? But
Where's the fight happening at? If it was to
it's
happen.
not. If it happens, if it happens.
Yeah,
Right
if it
now, I'm
was
just
to
talking.
happen.
Yeah, if it was to happen, I'm definitely gonna have to look at that fight. Because Shakur, I just like again, I don't know. I don't sleep on Carl Frampton. I don't sleep on Carl Frampton at all. And he's an experienced fighter. So this is the best we've seen Shakur face. And that dude is, he's gonna come at you.
Yeah, and
Carl
that plays.
Frampton gonna come at you. And he knows how. It's not like he's just coming crazy.
No, it's not he's coming crazy. But like I said, Shakur's seen that. Look at the boy is what, 21, 22?
He ain't seen nobody like Carl Frampton. He's seen aggressive fighters, but not like a Carl Frampton.
He sparred 2 years with Loma. You think he don't know?
Then Loma and Carl. Well, yeah. I'm not. Again, like I'm not. It's not about dog. I'm a Shakur fan, so we ain't gonna do this. I'm not
Oh
gonna.
no. But I'm just saying. Like
Like
you got.
the skill set. I'm not
Oh
debating
no.
that. Like
Oh
I know
no.
he got the skill set there,
Yeah,
but
but I'm saying if you think
still
this,
Carl Frampton.
yeah, exactly. But if the young boy is sitting there with 2 years under the belt with Loma, you think
Man, it's
he ain't
sparring,
gonna?
bro. It's sparring. He ain't fighting no more. He's not in there fighting him, and I get you.
No, but yeah, but it's
Again, I
sparring. You're
feel you.
working on
Like
shit,
that's
but
why I think that Shakur is special. And he spent time with Lola. He spent time with Crawford. You know what I mean? Like two of the
spent
best in the
time with
game.
Haney, spent time with TF. All these guys that's all
Right.
in that they bunched up in that category. He's been in there with them.
All right. So I'm not taking none away from him.
Andre Ward to that list.
Yeah. Well, I mean, again, I'm not taking none away from Shakur's skill. It ain't about his skill. It's about the level of competition. Carl Frampton is the highest level of competition the kid would have gotten in the ring with. That's gotta. I mean, we gotta account for that. Fought nobody on the level of Carl Frampton. No one. And no one that has a work rate like Carl Frampton. No one. He's fought guys, sparred with guys that may have come with that work rate, but a lot of these sparring sessions are fucking wars anyway. You know what I mean? Everybody's coming with a work rate. You know what I'm saying? But Carl Frampton do that shit in the ring. Double limb. What's good? What's good, dog?
Oh man, I've been all right. A little under the weather the last week. Got a freaking foot infection, well, toe infection in my toe. So I'm recovering from that. I'm good now. Well,
you have a hangnail. Had a hangnail that got out of hand.
Man, it was something that got the fuck out of hand from work. Something got out of hand. I was neglecting it. It was something I was neglecting for a minute because of work, and it caught up. It's biting me now. But so I ain't been working the last week, but motherfucking chilling off my feet. But now it's swelling is down. It's getting back to it's far from back to normal, but at least I can stand on it.
Right.
Want to put on some damn clothes. I've been butt naked all this week just watching old boxing films.
God damn.
I mean, that's some personal shit, but all right.
Champion. What's good? Justin Marshall.
Bro.
Yeah.
Bedridden. Intangible.
I'm getting ready to be that in a minute. My man Fish in the building. I'm getting ready to be bedridden for a minute in a minute. All right, here we go, guys. Champ Easy.
Carl Frampton is the top level.
Yeah,
but you don't think she can.
Hold on, real quick. Let me get these. Let me get on this. I said I was gonna put this back up. For all you guys that want to jump in that prediction league, you see this man right here. If you don't have a Facebook page, go to Champ Easy 22 at yahoo.com. Okay, and email them, and you can get in that way. Or if you do have a Facebook page,
what's up, Champ Ross?
Yeah, if you do have a Facebook page, go to Fantasy Boxing Prediction League. Okay, like the page, drop your picks, and you win them. Oh,
and come get this smoke.
How much is how much is the pay-in?
you don't. It's nothing. It's a free league, but you get
It's a
money.
free league.
First week, they already giving out $50 the first week, but at the end of the season, you pick the most knockouts, you get money. You pick the most decisions, you get money, and the overall champ get money. So you get money.
I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do. I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do this week. I'm trying to see if I'm.
Man, you ain't gonna do nothing this week. It ain't none of y'all suckers gonna do nothing this week. Because I'm tired of letting y'all get up there.
No, fool. I mean, I'm the nigga. Nigga, I'm the one who be donating. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do for this week. Like, if I want to do.
Well, just say this is my donation to D because he coming through slamming on the first week. So.
You lost that one.
Nobody told me about this league. Y'all trying to keep.
Man, get out of here, Myron. Cut that shit out, bro. I've been pumping this league. Everybody know how I've been pumping this league.
You trying to keep all this shit. You scared of my.
I ain't told you. You ain't listening.
You scared of my damn record, man.
He's on the scene, across from the scene, and every goddamn scene.
You scared of my record. You don't want me to come in there. Okay. You just now sharing this shit. You said it, but you ain't shared a link and all that. I'm going right now.
Man, I made a goddamn promo for the goddamn video. Cut it out. And I sent you the promo too, dog. I sent you the promo of the league.
You didn't send me this shit.
Oh my God, bro. It's right. I promise you I sent it to you. I promise you I sent it to you. It's right in your.
What? I'm on it. I'm hitting the like.
Yeah. The picks are up for this week. You'll see the fights, the scheduled picks. They're up. So make your picks, and don't get scared. Like,
you mean prepare to take my money? You mean prepare to take my money?
Well, whatever. The key is to beat D Jeff. Remember that.
That's easy, D Jeff. My record is better than yours. That's what I'm saying. That's why you've been hiding.
Okay, there it is. See, we got another one,
That's
champ.
why you've been hiding for this thing.
We got another one, champ. All right, man. What happened to Charles D, man?
Hey,
look. All right, Myron. Charles D didn't want to answer this, but I know you got something to say about this. So the first topic of the day, we gotta get on topic, man. I've been fucking around all morning. Is Jake Paul and Nate Robinson. All right, we seen Jake Paul in his debut showing against the big nose YouTuber, and he flopped all around the ring. What do you think happens in this fight?
Is that the Paul brother that cries a lot and shit?
I don't know. I don't know these kids. Like, dog, I really don't. I've never been on their pages.
That's the little brother, right?
I think so. Yeah, I think he's the younger one. He's the one that won his fight. Logan Paul lost to KSI, which was bullshit. He should have won that fight. Yeah.
You know what Jake Paul and Logan, they remind me of the Wilder brothers. They remind me of the Wilder brothers.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
They're both quite emotional. And the older one is a clown. But anyway.
They're a spectacle. They're a spectacle. So what do you think about the fight?
Are you talking about the boxer? Are you talking about the basketball player Nate Robinson?
It's right here. You don't see my screen?
Oh shit. I didn't know that was Nate Robinson. I thought that was Bushwick Bill.
No, that's Nate Robinson and Jake Paul. They're going to fight.
I thought that was Bushwick Bill. I didn't know that was Nate. I thought you just made.
Yeah, how am I have Bushwick Bill, little midget ass up here for?
That's what he looked like right there.
No, that's Nate Robinson. That's how he wearing his hair now.
That's like 5. So that's 5'8", 5'7".
5'9". Nate Robinson 5'9.5". Logan Paul, I think, is 6'1" or 6'2", maybe.
Jake Paul.
Jake Paul. Yeah.
I'm definitely going with Nate because Nate has bunnies, and Nate could jump and give his ass an uppercut that would like split that butt chin that he got. So I expect Logan. What's his name? Hold up, that's
Jake Paul. Mm-hmm.
I expect Jake Paul's butt chin to get split in half by Duncan Robinson. How about that shit?
Nate Robinson.
He's a dunker. He won the.
Duncan Robinson. Oh, okay.
Duncan Robinson. Nate Ball's gonna get his goddamn chin split by Nate Duncan Robinson. That's
all right. So Nate Robinson, 5'9", 180 pounds. So a little
He's going to
stout.
jump and give his ass one of those Mike Tyson punch out all day. And we're going to see crying like the little Jake Paul does.
Yeah.
Peace to the chat, Toby Bartlett. Peace to Fish.
Yeah, my man Fish in the building.
Champ Ross, peace
Lance
to the chat,
Meyer, what's good with you, Lance? I see you creep up in here. I got lost in the chat again. Look, this is okay. So I was waiting for this. Nate gonna get KO'd. Wow, Mean Sports. Mean Sports, why don't you come join us, man?
Are you out your damn mind, Mean Sports? That's a mean.
Click the link. Hold on, Myra. Click the link. Click that link, bro, and it'll lead you right here to the panel, man. Then you can shout your channel out and tell us what you do, what sports you talk about, and all that type of stuff. But then you come up here and talk to us about this. Everybody's welcome. Click that link, Mean Sports.
Nate is going to give him a jumping uppercut. I'm telling you, he's going to knock that butt chin Paul ass out.
All right, so
facts.
Let me get this off. Now, we got to realize something. The dude, I can't even remember the kid Jake Paul fought because both of their channels is nothing that I'm interested in. I don't remember the kid's name that he fought. But here's the thing. Neither of these guys were boxers. Jake Paul's no damn boxer. He has no amateur pedigree. He's a YouTuber. Okay? He's a YouTuber that thinks he's tough.
Nate Paul, I know he fought. Nate Paul fought Ason. His name was Ason.
Jake Paul. Yeah.
Jake Paul fought Ason.
Ason. Okay, that's the dude.
That double wide nose. You know,
yeah, big and long. So, okay, so, but neither of these guys were boxers. Okay, so he won against this other YouTuber that was shorter than him, such as Nate Robinson is shorter than him, that was not athletic, where Nate Robinson is extremely athletic. He was not strong, which Nate Robinson's extremely strong. And it's a good chance that Nate may throw faster punches than Jake Paul. Okay. Now, he may not have the right technique, but to be perfectly honest, neither does Jake Paul.
We don't know if we don't know.
Hold on, Myron. Let me get it off. Let me rock. So I gave you a chance. You ain't want to say nothing. Now you want to say everything. Let me rock for a second. I'm gonna give it back to you. So Nate Robinson is a fucking athlete, guys. This is the biggest point that I really want to make. He's an athlete. Okay? You've seen a guy like his name, Herschel Walker. He was a football player. He transitioned over to MMA, mixed martial arts, which is a tough sport to transition. So he transitions over to mixed martial arts. He goes 3-0, unbeaten, and then he leaves mixed martial arts. Now, here's the thing. He's an athlete. Okay? He's a strong-built athlete who's been training and working on his body probably his entire life. This is what Nate Robinson is. He's not a big fat-nosed YouTuber that Jake Paul beat up. Jake Paul's not a boxer. This time he's going against an athlete, right? Nate Robinson is going to beat Jake Paul's ass. And I'm going to tell everybody this. I don't care about that. Jake Paul is going to be 1-1 because he is fighting an athlete. This dude is no athlete. He's a fucking YouTuber. And I can guarantee you that Nate Robinson's stronger than him. Just like Myron said, he was playing. It's physical in the NBA. This little dude was playing against big, strong, physical guys while he was making videos, crying. Stop it. Nate Robinson's going to beat this boy up.
Yo. I'm here.
What's up, man? Sports, you in there. What's good with you?
Boss, how you, bro?
Oh, we good, man.
Yo, man, I appreciate the opportunity, though, brother.
Yeah, all day. But look, before you start off with Nate Robinson and Jake Paul, tell us about your channel, man. What you do, what you talk about.
Yo, what this means sports. I pretty much talk about the 4 sports I know: boxing, MMA, football, and NBA, though. So I pretty much focus on that. I do a lot of fight predictions as far as boxing, mainly MMA, though. But I do dwell in a little bit of boxing, though, man. And I'm just a guy who loves sports, man. To be honest, I'm a fan who speaks for the fans.
Touche. Me too, bro. I'm into football, basketball, MMA, tennis, Freaking, I watch NASCAR, fam. Like I'm a sports fanatic. Baseball, soccer, I watch it all. I like it. I like sports.
I gotta step my game up then, bro.
I mean, it is. Well, nah, you just gotta do what you do, fam. Do what you love. It's all about talking about what you love up here. If you talk about what you love, then you just flow with it. Now, tell me what you think about this whole Jake Paul, Nate Robinson situation. Break it down for me.
I'm gonna tell you why I said, right? Because I've seen him fight though, right? And Jake Paul doesn't look that bad at all. Jake Paul has a good jab. His technique is pretty good though. And I've seen I can't see I said Nate Robinson fight.
Right.
And I've seen that when he hits the mitts, he keeps his chin high. I think that he's going to be quicker. He's an athlete. He's going to be more athletic. But certain technical things, I think what he's going to try to do is rush, put pressure on Logan Paul, fight like an amateur fight, throw a lot of punches, keep his head high. And I think that Jake Paul is going to pick him apart. I think Jake Paul is the better boxer. I think Nate may be stronger, but the boxing skills of Nate, I don't really see it, though, compared to Jake Paul, though.
Yeah, well, we ain't seen Nate do anything in the ring, but Nate from the mean streets, man.
But it take more than that.
I know, but hold on, right quick. Hold on. Nate from the mean streets, right? So this is what I'm gonna tell you about that. And that's what I was saying with Jake Paul and Logan Paul. These kids are not boxers. There's no amateur pedigree. He has one fight training, fam. That's it. This guy's not. Will you like me with Jake Paul, and when it comes to Jake Paul and Logan Paul, one thing for sure, two things for certain. Those kids don't know. I forgot more than they know about the sweet science. I can guarantee that. I forgot more than they know about that. But I had in the streets over 150 fights. So who more experienced? Me or them? I don't know what Nate Robinson's, he played basketball, so maybe he didn't fight like that in the street, but I can guarantee you from the streets he's from, he got into some scuffles. Like these kids, man, these kids are not fighters. This is a gimmick. They're YouTubers, they're a gimmick. It's a gimmick.
Whether it's a gimmick or not, they still put them gloves on. They still went in there and they still risked their lives to get in there regardless. So even if it's a gimmick or not, that man still had a professional fight in there. I don't know, Logan Paul, I believe the older one, had a professional fight. Win or lose.
Both of them fought.
And they both didn't look bad at all. Now, I think he should have, I thought he was going to be better than KSI. He disappointed me with the KSI fight, the older one.
No, I think he won. I think he beat KSI. I don't even know why he gave that to KSI.
KSI was too wild. But KSI did clean it up a little bit, though, man. I just think with Nate Robinson, though, bro, people thinking because he's an athlete, he's automatic. It's like if you put Antonio Brown with it and with Jake Paul, though. Antonio Brown is an athlete, but it's boxing and training, conditioning for boxing and being a boxer. I mean, you're going to have that footwork. You're going to have that speed.
Well, see, mean sports. I agree with you. I agree with you if Nate Robinson was getting in the ring with a boxer. Yes. He's not. These dudes are not boxers. They're below amateur. Yeah, hold on. They are below, fam, amateur boxers. They're below that level. They're not boxers at all, fam. Listen, when you talk about a boxer, generally, they're naturally talented and they've proven themselves at the professional level, or they have come up through the amateur ranks. These dudes have done none of that. They're not boxers. They are gimmicks. So now you're talking about a gimmick. Hold on. Now you're talking about a gimmick fighting an athlete. I would agree with you 100% if Nate Robinson was getting in there with a boxer, even a low-level boxer, a guy that's not a champ, ranked number 22nd, right, or 42nd, I would still give him the advantage over Nate Robinson because he is a legitimate boxer. These guys are not boxers at all.
No.
They're gimmicks. They're gimmicks, man.
And once you get into the ring, once you see them fight, you could tell all the training footage that they've taken that make them look like, good.
Look like a boxer.
The window. Goes out the window. Goes back to the regular muscle memory, and that is just scrapping like some girls.
They don't have it. And then you got to think about one thing about boxing too, mean sports, which I'm pretty sure you know, is gas tanks are everything. Now, who the fuck is more likely to have the deeper gas tank? The athlete.
Nah,
this dude.
I give that different. And I say this though, do you think Nate has okay? I agree with you that they below an amateur level, but what level is Nate Robinson though, man? It beat about the only difference is he's gonna have a tank. He's an athlete. He's trained his whole life, but these guys have been training boxing for a while though, and we still got to give them some kind of credit though, man, because they've been in there though. Whether it's been a publicity stunt, not most people won't even go in there and do it for a publicity stunt though, man. Most people don't want to get hit in the face. Most people don't want to get punched though. And
I think you do. Hold on. I think you do, and I do for millions of dollars. Nigga, you will jump in that ring right now for $12 million. And don't tell me you want. And so the fuck will I, and so will Double M. We will jump right in that bitch for $12 million.
It wouldn't
right
have to
in.
be $1 million. You just
I don't care if I get knocked the
$1
fuck out. I'm jumping in that bitch. I'm gonna try to do my thing. You'll see this 45-year-old dude slam the fuck out. Let me get my check.
It wouldn't take $1 million. It wouldn't take $1 million. All I need, it would be me. I'll bring a pretty girl with me in the corner, like your boy from the UFC. Bring his girlfriend in the corner, have her do ice me up and everything. Like, let's go ahead, babe. Let me bang this youngin' out real quick. She wouldn't even have to do nothing, especially against one of them two.
I think Logan.
I will mop both of them up.
I think people sleeping on Jake though, man. I think Jake is gonna have a good fight though, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I think that he's gonna surprise people, man. And I like
he's sleeping on Nate. Supposedly there's some footage of Nate guy in the chat him saying everybody need to pull up Nate Roberts training footage. And if you have y'all seen that yet?
No, I haven't even looked at it. But I want to say this though. Listen, it's a good chance that Nate Robinson. I only mentioned his gas tank, right? But it's a good chance that he has speed over him. I'm pretty sure he has strength over him because of I'm pretty sure he has strength over him. And when it comes to the punch power, we don't know. We really don't know. I would assume that Nate might hit harder than him because he's an athlete. This dude been lifting weights, working out. Jake Paul and his brother ain't been doing this their whole life, man. This dude has been conditioning his body his whole life. So look, automatically the hardware, right? Getting hit to the body, that's automatically built up from basketball. Nate Robinson been playing basketball. He's been playing in exhibition games and everything since he left the NBA. So that's already built up, fam. Because of that, it's different, fam. I'm telling you, it's different, my man.
All right, let's take this example, right? I've got a perfect example for you, right? Conor McGregor, right? Conor McGregor was knocking everybody out in the UFC. You know, his body was tailor-made for the UFC, though, man. But when he translated to boxing, he had no punching power with them boxing gloves because it's a completely different technique. It's a completely different way to punch, and it's easier to knock people out with 4-ounce gloves because you still have to be able to throw your body into it, no matter how much conditioned you are. If your body's not conditioned a certain way, you're not going to be able to do it no matter what kind of shape you're in.
Right. So, thank you. I'm glad you just said that, right? Because check it out. Conor McGregor, right? Listen to the example that you just gave. Conor McGregor is a freaking mixed martial artist, a real fighter, right?
Exactly.
You're talking about a YouTuber versus an athlete. In your own example, you got to understand where I'm coming from. And Conor McGregor transitioned and got beat up. You're talking about a YouTuber, not a boxer. For some reason, you got it in your mind that 4 months of training has turned this dude into a boxer. You're not going to be a boxer in 4 months. He's somebody who took 4 months of training, basically. That's it.
He's training for years.
For what? An exhibition fight? For an exhibition fight?
I don't how many fights has Nate Robinson had, though? Hey, how many fights has he had? How many exhibition fights?
You don't have to have any, brother. He don't have to have any. He don't have to have any. Because, listen, how far ahead? Okay.
With this, only had one.
Let me ask you this. Then, Mean Sports. How far ahead with this 4 or 5 month training and one YouTube exhibition match do you actually think? Hold on for a second. Hold that right there, man. No, turn the sound down. Turn the sound down. Don't put the sound up. I'll get my shit turned down.
Okay.
If he ain't doing no boxing, I want to see this exercise.
It's a long video. They show
Yeah, well, fast forward to if he throwing some mix and stuff. I don't see this nigga working out and shit. Ooh, what's good with you, fam?
Shit, nothing much, man. I just want to come in here. I just read an article, but you wasn't cooking on it, so I didn't want to stop what you was doing. I just want you to keep going. But I just read an article on Fury and Wilder.
Yeah. I got. Before you get to that, you can talk about that. Before you get to that,
the 4-month thing, like you not. What's up, Double M? But I just don't think that 4 months is enough time to do anything. You know what I mean? Like. They're not going to be technically sound dudes. What it is just you get two celebrities that got a sense of fame, and then you put a fight together because they got a fan base or whatever. We all know Nate Robinson ain't no boxer. You're not like look. Put it up there. Put it up there.
All right, hold on. Look, check it out.
Now look. Now for one, he's making a mistake right now.
Hold on, bro. Hold on before you break them down, because I just want to speak on this.
Go ahead.
No, I want to see the footage, but I know you're gonna break it down. This is what I just got to make one quick point, and then I'm gonna let you get that breakdown. But look, while that's playing, I'm gonna go ahead and say it while it's playing. What he's
coordination.
Right. Hold on. What he's doing right now, right? It's not too far behind what Jake Paul knows. It's not too far behind what Jake Paul knows. That's my only thing, because the dude that's talking Boone, the guy Boone that's talking Mean Sports, he's an active fighter right now. He's a fighter, okay? And he's telling you this 4 months, you know what kind of time this man got to put in the gym to get that muscle memory. The 4 months ain't going to cut it. So what Nate Robinson is doing right now puts him not far behind Jake Paul at all. That's how you got to look at it. And then when you look at it, and he's not that far behind Jake Paul, now you throw in all the other attributes that he has over top of Jake Paul: the stamina, the strength, probably the speed. You understand what I'm saying?
Definitely, let's put in footwork, because you need great footwork to be a good basketball player.
Right, the footwork.
His footwork is going to be awesome. So it's time
balance.
to be better.
He's going to have better balance, probably.
Yeah.
See, this kind of stuff right here that just build up your muscle memory. So Nate Robinson try to start.
Everyone said the same thing about Jake Paul's last fight, though, man. Even if it's the exhibition,
you look strong. Nate Robinson's naturally strong, dude.
And he wasn't that technically bad. Like, I'm not a fighter, so I can't speak. So that man knows what I do.
His coordination.
Look at that pivoting already, son. This nigga dipping and pivoting already. That's that athleticism in him, bro. He gonna pick this stuff up. Athletes know how to. Look at him. Transition and weight. I'm telling you, bro, he gonna beat the shit out of this guy. I've seen enough. Double M. He gonna beat Jake Paul like he stole something. Hey, big up to my man, D-Man. D-Man's raps. Appreciate you, D-Man.
The thing is also, keep in mind, this is a professional athlete. So his level of this discipline and anything, he already reached
discipline, everything,
which is carry over to wherever else he goes to.
Hey, Paul still got to make YouTube videos, you know what I mean, in between sparring and all that. Man, he ain't got Nate Robinson gonna be sparring, gonna be in the gym. This man, he was born a gym rat. He been a gym rat. He gonna be in the gym learning. I'm gonna beat this motherfucker ass when I get in that ring. And then again, with all the you can put Jake Paul, like, and I'm being honest here, because when we talk about the split side, you can put Jake Paul here, right? And then you can put Robinson here. But now you add all the other attributes: the strength, athleticism, the speed. He's gonna beat his ass, man. He's gonna beat his ass. I'm telling you. He had his hand full with the other YouTuber. I mean, he beat him up. But if you let another YouTuber punch you, what do you think another athlete gonna do? You think he gonna just punch Nate Robinson once and have your way? This man was catching elbows from big fucking 240-pound guys, man. You think you're gonna punch Nate Robinson once and that's gonna be it? Like,
so we're saying this off.
Motherfucker Diesel.
But we're saying It's
Look at
because
that.
so we're saying with no tape on Nate Robinson, no kind of fight, no
fucking strong, man.
Basically, that he's an athlete.
He gonna hurt that kid.
I mean, but look, bro, you do MMA sports, right? You do MMA sports. That's your specialty, right? Huh? I think you're breaking up a bit. Can you hear me, Mean Sports?
Am I breaking up? I think my phone's acting up, man.
Yeah, you was a little bit. Okay, so you do MMA sports. That's your specialty, right? Your specialty MMA, right? Think about the conditioning of those. Think about the conditioning of those guys, those MMA guys, versus the average man. Just the overall conditioning. And even if an average man, even if you take an average man and he begins to condition himself in an 8-month span, let's double up. Let's say an 8-month span. Is he going to be as conditioned as one of those MMA fighters? Just by conditioning himself for 8 months.
Right. This is an older video.
Right? He's not going to be anywhere close. And this is my thing. Nate Robinson has been conditioning himself forever.
We don't have.
Huh?
Whereas the athlete naturally.
Bro, you breaking up bad, bro. You might have to reset your phone.
That's what this whole thing is on. We see Nate Robinson fight. Little footage.
This is from 2 months ago.
You might have to go out and come back in now, Mean Sports. You're breaking up. You stalled out, fam.
Hold on. Still bad? I forgot.
Your phone, Mike. Yeah, just go out and come back in. I'll let you right back in. I'll put the link back in the chat for you.
Nate's strong as shit, bro. He gonna hurt that boy.
All right.
I'm telling you, man. Not like he's not a great his boxing. I don't want to let's let Boom break this down. Nate's boxing. Go ahead, Nate. Boom.
Who is he supposed to be fighting? Jake Paul?
Jake Paul.
Okay. Jake Paul is better than Logan, skill-wise. Right. He better. Right. He ain't gonna make the same mistakes as Logan Paul made. What I will say is the way that he's hitting the mitts, he ain't go at Jake Paul like that. He can't go at Jake Paul like that. He's gonna have to get on the inside. He's gonna have to utilize some head movement because we all know Nate Robinson is the shorter of the two. So he's going to have to utilize a lot of head movement. He's not going to be able to basically jab he ain't going to be able to really out jab him. He's not going to win the jabbing battle. What I'm seeing in this is that he's making a fundamental mistake when he throw his jab and when he throw his left hook. He is dropping his lead hand, which is leaving him open to catch right hands over the top. So if Jake Paul is able to time that properly, he'll catch him with right hands all night long. But if Nate Robinson is able to get up under Jake Paul's jab and be able to deal with Jake Paul's aggression, oh yeah, I don't think Jake Paul is going to have the chin to stand up to Nate Robinson. I don't think he's going to be able to deal with the pressure of Nate Robinson because I think Nate Robinson is going to just stay in the pocket the whole night. Nate Robinson don't strike me as the guy that's going to take one backward step the whole time.
Question, Boone. Do Jake Paul got the timing and the skill to take advantage of the right hand dropping?
See, that's what I was about to say. I wanted to hear Boo's breakdown, but we can't. Again, it sounds good as a breakdown, and it's correct, right? But Jake Paul, I'm not giving him benefit of doubt. He did good against this other YouTuber, right? But a guy that's going to pressure him more, whose hand speed, that other YouTuber was slow as fuck, bro. You can see his fucking punches coming a mile away. Like Nate Robinson's gonna be faster than that. Like, what is he gonna do? Jake Paul, how do we even know he has the IQ to handle too much aggression? Like, this dude's not a boxer. So, like, the breakdown that Boone gave, if Jake Paul can catch him and start timing, like, what the fuck? What did Jake Paul show me that he's gonna be able to time somebody? Like a boxer could do it. Jake Paul ain't gonna do nothing. He's gonna time it. He might time him and miss. Like, now we're talking punch placing and accuracy. He's a fucking YouTuber. Yeah, he had some practice in one fucking fight. He didn't get all of that shit in one fight. And there's a whole lot of more things I can talk about that he did not get in one camp in one fight. Man. He's a YouTuber. You know, a buffed YouTuber, not a fucking athlete. That dude's getting fucked up in this fight.
No, his
Look
brother.
at the hand speed. Look at the hand speed.
Buff. His brother is buff, not him.
Man, either way, bro, that's a buff to the average man. That's all he is, a buff YouTuber. That's it, bro. This dude gonna get fucked up, fam. Ryan Garcia, little old Ryan Garcia, threw fucking body shots to this dude with the fucking body gear on, and he was coughing and bent over like he fucking was ready to shit blood. Jake Paul. This was Jake Paul. This little Ryan Garcia blasted him with some body punches with the fucking with the damn gear on. Like, come on, man. This dude gonna get fucked up in that ring, fam.
He ain't gonna be able. He's not gonna be able to wrestle him. They're not gonna let him wrestle like that. They're not gonna let that shit happen. He's not gonna be able to put his weight on him and hold him and all that extra shit. They're not gonna let that happen.
And even if he tried to do that, Nate Robinson's gonna be stronger than him, bro. He was dealing with guys in the NBA way bigger than him.
His base is too strong, dude. You talking about somebody like fighting through picks. You catch somebody who catches alley-oops. His hand-eye coordination is going to be amazing. You know what I mean? He's going to look good.
And that's another thing.
I hear y'all, but I mean, at the same time, we can't just shit on Jake like he just straight hot garbage. I get what y'all saying about Nate being an athlete. I get that. I understand that. I don't dispute that at all.
Boom. This where we disconnected. I am shitting on Jake. And
then if Jake Paul show you something different, when he show you something
look, I don't know what the fuck you seen in that fight with that big nose YouTuber, but that shit was garbage.
It don't matter.
I'm a boxing right now.
What I'm saying is we can't just sit there and underestimate Jake Paul and then he may show us something because you don't know who Jake Paul working with. You don't know who he's training with. You don't know who he's getting pointers from.
Okay, boom. I'm gonna say this.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay, boom. I'm just gonna say this. If Jake Paul was any piece of fucking boxing, I would be with you. But I am not looking at him as a boxer. I do not give him the credit you gave him. And that fight that I seen against that YouTuber was absolute garbage. It was nice against a YouTuber that couldn't box a goddamn gift. Yeah, it looked nice against him. But it was absolutely garbage. When I'm looking at boxing, when I get in this prediction league and study these fights and real boxing, that shit was fucking pathetic. That's what I seen in that ring. So I that's just my opinion, and this is why I'm not just underestimating him. I didn't see a great boxing performance. I seen him look good against a fucking YouTuber. I didn't see no good boxing. I didn't see that.
We haven't seen Nate fight a boxer either. We just basically because of his athletic ability, we think he's going to win it.
And speed, yes, I think he's going to beat this.
You need more than speed and power to win fights. You need more than
that. But Jake ain't got that. Boom.
How do we know Nate has it? We haven't seen Nate fight.
Listen, if I'm looking at two basically regular guys, I'm picking the fucking dude. Hold on, Myron. Hold on, let me get this out, bro. Myron, dog, come on, dude. Come on, let me get this out. A question. Dog, how you gonna cut me off in the middle of my damn? All right.
Teleprompter.
Okay, well, hold on for a second. Boom. This is what I see. I see two regular guys first. I don't see a Nate boxer. I don't see a Jake Paul boxer. I see two regular guys first. But what I see with these two regular guys is one that was a professional athlete and who has been building his body his entire life and a YouTuber. And now I'm taking it from that. That's my perspective, fam. I don't give a fuck about that trash that I seen him in with the Hassan guy or whatever his name was. That shit doesn't matter to me. I see a professional basketball player who's been training, molding, building his body, and then I see a YouTuber getting ready to get in the ring. And I'm picking the fucking athlete. Yes, that's what I'm going off of. Because I think he's stronger, he has better gas tank, he's probably, it looks to be he's probably faster, and I think he's going to whoop his ass.
Okay, hard work beats talent. So we don't know how much work Jake Paul has been putting in. We don't know. We don't know. We don't know. Now, I agree with you on Nate Robinson being the athlete. He's an athlete. He's been dealing with 6'7", 7 feet Shaq individuals for most of his athletic career in the NBA. I understand and I receive that. But what I'm saying is we don't know what Jake Paul is doing and how he's dedicating himself to the sport of boxing. We don't know. Because Jake Paul may come in there and show you some dimensions that we're not ready for, and then at the same time, in the respect for Nate Robinson, he may come in and he might wash him. We don't know. What I'm saying is we don't know what Jake Paul is doing. We don't know who he's working with. I know he's worked with Shane Mosley, and Shane Mosley is, we all know he's a world-renowned boxer. We got to give him respect for that. So if he's working with high-caliber professional boxers or trainers, he's getting some skill sets. He's getting something out of that. He's not just getting nothing. Now, if he's not putting in no real work, if he's kind of just still doing his videos and fucking off and, oh, yeah, I'm going to work out when the fight, oh, yeah, he's going to get washed. But if we don't know if he's putting in work. If he's not putting in work, I'm with you, D. If he's not putting in no work right now, I'm with you. But if Jake Paul is putting in work right now, we can't underestimate Jake Paul if he's putting in the work.
Okay, here's the key.
Go ahead, Myron.
Now, yes, he could be putting in some work. The question is, will he be able to retain that? Will his muscle memory be able to retain that and carry that over into the fight? The chances are no. But
yes, it is.
He's probably put in more work than Nate Robinson up to this point. So we're going to give that point to Jake Paul. Robinson being the natural athlete, a professional athlete, we're going to give him that point. So now Nate Robinson had 4 months. He's putting in that work. Now, can Nate Robinson close the distance, okay, from the work that Jake Paul put in from the last camp and now this camp, from all the career of Nate Robinson being just an athlete and different things, twitch muscle and all that he's gained in one training camp and just being the natural athlete? I think he will close that gap with training. Now, I think in respect to Boone and all of that, no, Boone said it was correct. He could be putting in major work. He could be working with Shane Mosley and all that. Your trainer could be freaking Muhammad Ali or freaking whoever. If you don't retain that, you know what I mean? You ain't getting the muscle memory, you know what I mean? Enough time to really, you know, to have that shit correlate into the ring. It don't matter who you're training with.
That motherfucker went right back to YouTube and after that fucking celebrity boxing match. That motherfucker got 20 million fucking subscribers. Y'all think he gonna fucking dedicate himself like Aaron Spence and them? This motherfucker got 20 million subscribers. His bread and butter is that motherfucking YouTube. That's what his dedication is. He went right back to fucking dropping goddamn videos, right? And talking about his fight, his win. That's what he went to do. After he didn't go back to the gym. He didn't go back to visit these trainers. That motherfucker went back to making YouTube videos.
Now we don't know that.
Hold on, man.
You don't know that.
Good God, dude, please don't do that. And then he got into a beef with Nate Robinson, talking shit on YouTube. Got into a beef with Nate Robinson over social media, and then challenged him to another celebrity boxing match. Because he's a fucking celebrity. Not a fighter, a fucking YouTube celebrity. So that's what the fuck he does on his off time. He ain't in the gym. He ain't.
But D, saying that he never stepped into a gym after that, you're speculating. You don't know that.
Whatever, man. I just went this channel and I was looking at his activity on his channel. So he has been active on his channel. And I wanted to make sure that I checked his channel before I just said that. So I'm not speculating about the fact that he's been active on a channel he has 20 fucking million subscribers on. He's not going to leave that shit alone for boxing. Because I'm pretty sure he knows he's not a real fucking fighter and he can never really do nothing but have these fucking spectacles as fights. He's never really going to fight a real fighter. So I think he's going to stick to his bread and butter.
It doesn't mean his own personal time. He ain't been in the gym working.
It doesn't mean that. I'm not saying it means anything. It's speculation. Listen, I just said it's speculation if that's what you want to hear. But logically, he's not going to stop fucking around with YouTube with 20 million fucking subscribers to try to become some fake boxer. That's logical. Okay? It's speculation, but it's logical.
Who said he's going to stop?
I'm just saying it's logical. So what I said, I speculated, but it was a logical speculation. Because the dude got 20 million fucking subscribers, man. He's not going to dedicate his life to boxing.
Of course he's not going to stop boxing, but we don't know if he's been, training after
I just said that. That's what speculation is, right? Is that not right? That's what speculation is.
No, you try to clean up what you just said.
No, it's not cleaning it up. I said it's speculation. But it's a logical assessment, motherfucker. That's what I'm telling you. See, you can't play that shit with
He's
me,
been
dog.
in the gym.
I got it
How
here
you
too.
know he
It's
hasn't been in
logical,
the
though.
gym? How you know he ain't spent like an hour?
I said it's logical. I don't know. Why you keep asking me shit I don't know?
But a minute ago, you say he ain't step into a gym after that.
Yeah, that's my assessment. He ain't doing that shit.
See, we ain't talking this shit.
And it's a logical assessment, motherfucker. It makes sense. It makes sense that this dude's gonna pay attention to what he makes money off of. He's not a fighter. He don't make money off of fighting. He makes money off of YouTube. And you a fucking YouTube channel, and you a YouTube channel too. If y'all had 20 million subscribers, ain't neither one of y'all motherfuckers gonna dump that shit.
Nah, I still be working out. I work out still.
I said you're not gonna dump it. That's what I just said.
No,
It's still
who
gonna be
said
your
dumping?
focus.
That's what I'm saying. Nobody said dumping. I
What's
said,
gonna
how
be?
do you know the man still ain't working out on his own personal time?
I said they've been working out. They've been working out. Those dudes did not fit like that for nothing. They've been fit. They didn't just get fit coming into boxing. They've been
working
fit.
out in boxing gym too.
Yeah. Okay, again, guys. Look, you just talked about to DT3 about what it takes to keep that muscle memory. He ain't fucking doing that, bro. And that's my logical assessment. And you fucking know damn well he's probably not doing what it takes either, bro. Because when we talk about what it takes, come on, bro. He's not doing that. How? How is he doing that and still doing YouTube? How much fucking time in the day?
How is he having boxing? I mean, doing some boxing training?
No. What it takes. What it takes. What you just talked to Boone about, what it takes. How is he doing what it takes? Like, we can play this game. Let's go around in a circle if you want to do it.
It wasn't a game.
Okay, well, we can do it. Let's go. Let's go.
You just double talk. I think
no.
Working out.
Okay, again. I just made a statement and you totally deflected and diverted away from it. You were just going back and forth with DT3 Boom, talking about, yeah, Boom, but we know that as a fighter, what it takes, you know what I mean? That extra, the muscle memory. What I'm saying is he might be in the gym, punching some bags, throwing some mitts. Is he doing what it takes to become that fighter? Or is he focusing on his bread and butter? My logical, I finished. My logical assessment is he focusing on his bread and butter. That's my opinion. You agree?
But I said my whole thing was you talking about in his personal time he's not working out.
Whatever, man.
No one disagreed with that.
That's taking it too far. That's taking it too far. That's taking it too far.
No, it's not taking it too far. You don't
because I assessed it to boxing. I didn't say work out. I assessed it to boxing. I didn't say work out. Anybody can hit the gym, fam. Well, that's what you were talking about. So that was your perception of what I was saying. But I associated with boxing. You associated in your mind to working out. I never said he didn't work out. Never. Not once. Now you can try to change the argument to that, but that's something I never said.
I didn't ever change the argument.
Okay, I didn't say that. I said you could try.
Said that
you could try to change it. You can't play that shit with me, Byron. Stop it, dog.
You said after that fight, he ain't stepping no gym. He ain't work. He went back doing YouTube. I've seen his videos and everything.
Yeah, boxing.
But you can't see
what gym. So you assume that I was talking about anything but a boxing gym. That was your assumption?
I'm saying, no, you just said
he didn't go back into the gym.
You ain't no videos. Well, I'm saying you don't know what videos he's because he ain't in the gym. Don't mean he made.
That's what I said. Regardless, bro. You agree. You agree.
Hey, Reacher smart. Hey, Reacher.
Yeah. Willie Williams.
Congratulations.
What's up with you? Oh, word. Goddamn right. I'm going to leave that up for a while. Congratulations, Willie Williams. That's what's up, man. I've been married for 11 years. 11 happy years, brother. I love my wife. She loves me. It's a great thing, Willie. It's a great thing.
That's where he get his great debating skills from.
No. Me and my wife don't argue, fam.
A bucket what you did.
I'm serious. I always tell people on my power to my life. In 11 years, we had this many arguments in 11 years. And it didn't really get to yelling to the point where we were yelling at each other. 11 years. We don't argue.
That's good. That's my fault too.
So,
don't shame or anything. We'll talk, have a discussion, but not no argument.
No, we don't argue. So that's one thing. That's why I'm so happy. I don't have to deal with all of that arguing and nagging. Fuck that. congratulations again to Willie Williams. Forget about that. My marriage is happy, and God bless you, brother. It's a great union. Enjoy life. You know, you and that beautiful wife of yours. I didn't even see the picture, but marriage is beautiful, man. It's a good union, so you enjoy that, brother. That's good stuff, Willie. Appreciate you sharing that with us. But yeah, man. Y'all crazy. Anyway, let's get back to the meat and potatoes. While you doing all of this back and forth, who do you think win this goddamn fight? While you doing all of this yickety yakking back and forth, who you think win? Who do you think win?
I didn't even know the joint was going on until really y'all just brought it up. I think Nate Robinson. I already said I'm gonna win. I already said I think I'm gonna win. I said at the beginning.
I knew it, dog.
I said at the beginning. I thought Nate was gonna mollywop him. I said, well, didn't I say beginning Nate gonna get him an uppercut?
Well, so why do you think that? Why do you think
his butt chin? Didn't I just say that?
Yeah, well, tell me why you think that.
Tyson punch out uppercut and split his butt chin.
All right. Well, why do you think that? Why do you think that?
Because it's freaking obvious. Shit, the fuck out of here.
Because all of the things I assume, motherfucker, that's why you think the same goddamn thing. Because all of them assumptions I made, you agree with that bullshit. You agree with that bullshit. Cut it out. All that goddamn back and forth. But Boone made a good
point that you can't sleep on Jake. You don't know what he's been doing off the camera.
That's what I'm sleeping on. Then I'm sleeping on.
That's what I was supporting.
No, I don't look at the dude like a boxer, and I'm not going to.
Oh, me neither.
Ain't nobody gonna make me look at Jake Paul as no fucking boxer after beating up a YouTuber and looking good against a YouTuber. What do they say about Wilder against low-level actual fucking boxers, fam? Right? Because he's fought low-level actual boxers, not some weekend warrior or some promotional fight shit. Actual low-level boxers. That's why I don't call boxers. Myra, how often do you hear me call these guys bums? I say low-level fighters. I don't call them bums because they're actual fucking boxers. This dude, Jake Paul, is below an actual fucking boxer. He's below that. He's below that. So I'm not looking at him as no damn boxer. I'm looking at him that did a celebrity event and picked up some boxing skills. You know how many people took Taekwondo for 9 years and can't fight worth a fuck? Got beaten the shit out of in the streets. They was doing their katas and all of that in Taekwondo class and couldn't do a goddamn thing in the streets. Took it for 9 years. This motherfucker did something for 5 or 6 months, and now I'm supposed to look at him like an actual fighter. He's gonna be able to step, dab, and move and split the glove and timing and change levels and get the fuck out of here, man. This dude ain't no damn fighter. This is a regular schmo going against a goddamn athlete. That's how I'm looking at this fight. A dude that's been look at how Nate Robinson's built. Look at this shit. Look at how he's built, man.
Nate's a strong dude. I told you, Jake Paul ain't the one who's buff. This is his brother. Now Logan is.
Man, this shit is ridiculous.
Jake is just, you look like a test tube baby.
What do they think? Nate Robinson gonna come in there like the long nosed kid, the outside kid? That's what they think. That's how Nate Robinson gonna come in there.
He had a double wide. My man had a double wide nose. He ain't had the single wide.
Man, this shit. That man he had a toucan Sam. He had a toucan Sam on his face.
God damn. That's so. He had the beat.
He had the beat. The whole beat.
I made a video about his nose. When I fight
man, that's too much.
That's a hell of a target. You can't miss that target. That nose he had. What they call it, a schnoz?
Damn right, Lance.
He had a fucking schnoz.
Damn right, Lance. Lance said when he feels like arguing with the wife, he goes live and drops the link. Yeah, argue with people like Byron.
I know. I just read that, and you gotta be British. That motherfucker gotta be British.
Oh shit, British humor all day. That's good stuff, man. I keep saying I gotta do the roast again. How many times has D said YouTuber today? I don't know, Toby, but it's a record. Because I want to drill that in everybody's mind. Jake Paul ain't no damn boxer. He's a YouTuber. You know what I mean? Is George Costanza a poker player? Fuck no, he's an actor. He plays celebrity poker events. He ain't no damn poker player. He's an actor. Okay? Jake Paul is a YouTuber. He's not a boxer. And I'm not giving him no damn respect for being a boxer. Now, on with the next topic, man. I'm tired of talking about Jake Paul and Nate Robinson will beat him up. I want to talk more about this Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney, and Gamboa. But look, man, let's move to Devin the Dream Haney, who don't seem like no kind of dream to me at all right now, you know, with these silly fights and everything else. But so I do agree that Gamboa is probably the highest level competition that Devin Haney is going to face, right? But this fool came out and said it's going to be the test of his life. Bro, I think that this kid probably had rough sparring sessions. It was more dangerous for him than this fucking Gamboa fight. No, I'm not even kidding. Because first he's sparring, you know, a lot of these boxers sparring bigger guys, but Devin Haney has sparred guys all the way up to 160 freaking pounds. It is nothing that Gamboa is bringing to him that makes this the most dangerous test in his life. This is the kind of foolery and nonsense they're doing to me to hype this fight up, to make it seem like this is a big challenge for Devin Haney. And it ain't no damn challenge. He's going to beat the hell out of Yuriorkis Gamboa. And I want all of the Yuriorkis Gamboa supporters to come and tell me, well, D, you don't know that. Of course I don't know that. That's what I'm predicting. Nobody knows predictions. If they did, they'd be sitting in Vegas every day getting paid out their yin-yang if they knew predictions. None of us know predictions. That's what I'm predicting.
But
He's
people
going to beat the living hell out of Yuriorkis Gamboa much easier than Gervonta Tank Davis. Go ahead, Myron.
People do know, people understand variables and different things that go on outside, and they place their predictions off of that, the odds and the laws of averages.
Indeed. And I don't care what odds, what laws, what averages they have. Devin Haney is going to beat the living shit out of Yuriorkis Gamboa.
I hope not. I hope not. I like Yuriorkis Gamboa a lot. And
he's going to shit in the ring, Myron. Shit
I don't think
in the ring.
You know, Yuriorkis Gamboa, I just watched that fight again between Tank earlier this week, or like, should I say over the weekend? I just watched it again fresh. And Yuriorkis definitely lost a step. Because if you watch the Yuriorkis Gamboa versus Tank,
Uncle Pete
versus the Yuriorkis Gamboa that fought Crawford, the Yuriorkis Gamboa that fought Crawford was much fucking faster and more swift on his feet. His intro, his out, his end to get in his punches, his exit. I mean, he was schooling your boy Terrence Crawford for quite a bit. So Terrence Crawford said, okay, all Terrence Crawford did was like, I'm going to have to take a lick to give one or two. And that's what he eventually caught him with. He caught him with that left and the right. After Yuriorkis oftentimes coming with the... And Yuriorkis does his thing.
Yuriorkis put Crawford on the stinky leg, nigga.
Huh? He did. With
He
that
put
right,
Crawford on.
with that overhand right. He did.
Dr. Brown, what's up, brother?
But Yuriorkis does this thing where he's punching the straight joints and he gets stuck in it and don't pull out. Or just keep doing it. And that's where Crawford capitalized on when he caught him both times.
Listen, man. Listen. I don't even know how I can say this, bro. I don't know how I can say this. Devin Haney is going to beat Yuriorkis Gamboa up like that kid in the third grade who got taken for his lunch money every day.
If he off a loss,
beat it. They ain't gonna beat that dude up. Okay. It don't make no sense.
Gamboa,
Gamboa, no, I'm gonna tell you this. Gamboa ain't gonna win one round.
He may not. But if he fought
until he gets stopped. Until he gets stopped.
If you fought Yuriorkis Gamboa, any fighter, after say like, let's say three straight wins, you give that fighter a chance to build up his confidence, his pride and his confidence, and he'll put on a better showing. But if you fight a fighter straight off a loss, you're going to get more of a diminished fighter you're fighting.
I don't give two shits.
That's
When he look, I don't care about any anecdotes or anything else. I'm telling you right now. I don't gotta do no fucking field study. Devin Haney gonna beat that dude, like I said before, like a ceremonial drum. He gonna beat the shit out of that.
All right, then check this out. Let's go into a hypothetical virtual future situation. How would Devin Haney versus Tank be?
Hell yeah, Joshua said he gonna whoop him like he ain't potty trained.
Yeah. We don't know, Joshua. We don't know.
Yes, we do. We know, Joshua. We know. Don't listen to him.
Tank is a southpaw too.
You guys can lose. Yeah, he could lose, but if he loses to Gamboa, that will diminish him. IBT, stop that. Stop that. If he loses to an old chinny Gamboa on his way out the door, that got beat by Tank Davis, no, that diminishes him. Because he's going to give his belt up. He'll give his belt taken.
Let me explain something to IBT. It's not like the fighter is diminished. What I'm saying is, when you catch a fighter off a loss, or say a couple of losses, their confidence is not as high as it would be with catching a fighter on a winning streak. That's just common sense. That's boxing logic. You know what I'm saying? When you catch catching a fighter here, confidence, pride-wise, rather than catching a fighter there, confidence, pride-wise, could change a fight dramatically depending on who you're fighting. And Yuriorkis is somebody who has skills. So, I mean, he has
he got skills. I give you that.
You talking about an Olympic gold medal winner who did go 30-0 at one point.
Yeah, bro, he's 41 years old. Prime fighting champion said if Gamboa didn't tear his Achilles, he injured it. I don't know if they say he ruptured the toe, but anyway, if he didn't tear his Achilles, Haney will have a good fight versus Gamboa, in my opinion. This would be a fighter Tank was supposed to fight. Yeah. Well, I'll say this, prime fighting champ. If that injury didn't happen and he's not coming off a loss, I would agree that I would think it's better of a fight, but I still would clearly have. Listen, man, I had Tank Davis over Yuriorkis Gamboa hands down. That's how I had it. I was telling everybody, I don't want to hear that. Yuriorkis Gamboa ain't going to do anything. And Tank's not even still. I give Tank enough heat because he hadn't really done enough.
Oh, Tank,
I had him over Gamboa hands down.
Yeah, clean. That was a clean win. He definitely.
Okay, hold on, Myron. Hold on, I'm gonna let you get the floor. Why you don't never want to keep going with you?
No, I was agreeing with you, bro. That was a clean win.
All right,
clean win.
It was. So with Devin Haney, I have no question because I believe Devin Haney can beat Tank little ass. I really do. At 135, I think he takes it to Tank. Okay, so I have no question that he's gonna beat Gamboa. The same questions that I had about Tank. Even if Gamboa, I think if he didn't face the Achilles injury, he would have gotten knocked out sooner by Tank. And this is why I tell you guys that, because Gamboa has a little dog in him. And he would have hit Tank with a couple of shots, as he did, and then he would have gotten cocky, as he usually does, and he doesn't have the chance for that. And Tank would have probably put him away sooner. But because he had the injury, he fought to stay away from Tank. He fought that way because he had the injury. So I believe if he didn't have that injury, Tank probably would have put him away in 6 or 7 or less. But Devin Haney's going to beat his ass, man. It's like, to me, it's no question. I've already made the pick. Like I said, I do film study for these predictions. I'm not even fucking studying this shit. He's going to beat his ass. I ain't studying this shit. IBT, what's up with you, fam?
Yo, what's up, D? How you doing?
Congratulations, dog. Fucking champion. The champion.
What's up, IBT?
Yo, what's up, man? Thank you. I appreciate the congratulations because, I joined the league specifically to beat you, and then I won the whole thing. So that was cool.
That's a bonus.
Yeah, it was a bonus. The winning is a side thing. The main thing was being D Jeff for talking all that crap.
Yeah. Well, you just gotta do it. You still gotta do it again. Yeah, once ain't gonna be enough because I'm gonna be looking down on you this season. Queen
You're gonna
Lisa
keep
in
coming
the
back.
building. What's good? What's good with the Queen Lisa? Also beat D Jeff this season. She got 4th place. I came in 5th. So shout out to the Queen of the YTCB thing.
Yeah.
Queen Lisa did her thing.
She's the queen of
unrivaled.
boxing.
Unrivaled. What's that?
Lisa Bell is
say,
the
Myra?
queen of YouTube boxing, baby.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Recognized everywhere. Queen. And respect it. Respect Lisa Bales. Man, bro, what's good with your fam? What's good? Well, what's up, IBT? Since you're just dumping in here, what do you think, man? You the archaeologist, as Raider says. What do you think about Jake Paul and Nate Robinson?
No, dude, that is such a that fight is so not on my radar that I asked Champ if it's on the prediction league so I can go to their Instagram and check out their training clips. But because it's not, I'm not even gonna watch it. I have zero interest in that fight. I don't know who either guy really is. Like, I know Jake Paul's a YouTuber, and I think Nate Robinson, he's an athlete from some other sport. I don't know.
Bro. He played professional NBA basketball and he was a beast. That means you are fucking terrible, bro. You don't know anything about basketball.
No, I don't know any. Like I told you, I come on your streams and you do an NBA, and I go, "Oh yeah, man, basketball." I go, "Basketball, salute," and that's all I say. And I don't know a damn thing about the NBA, but yeah,
well,
I don't know.
Believe you. I definitely believe you now.
Yeah.
Nate Robinson, what the fuck, dude? Yeah, he was a really good
How is he
basketball
5'9" in the NBA?
Bro, he won a dunk contest.
Ah, that makes sense.
He won a dunk contest. Like this dude,
he got 6th man of the year too before, I believe.
Right, he got 6th man of the year award. Like this dude was a beast. He wasn't just a basketball player. He was a beast basketball. This is what I'm talking about. This is fucking Jake Paul, a regular schmo, getting ready to fight a top tier. He was a top tier athlete, fam.
The only issue. The only issue is I've seen guys much bigger than Nate Robinson, right? And they bump into each other and they collapse like they've been shot by a sniper in the stands, and they fall down to the ground and they're counted out. So. Yeah, they're great actors. They're great actors.
Yeah. That's called acting. None of that shit hurt them remotely.
No.
The thing is, with that situation, you got Nate Robinson, who is probably in the realm that he deal with in sports and all that, has been the short guy. He's been a little guy, and that always usually causes sometimes a Napoleon
complex. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
that's what they call it. So he might come in that bitch fighting his ass off because he might be doing his life.
That's all the short guys have been doing, bro. At least the ones that was willing to fight. I'm not lying. I used to tell people if I had $1 every time I heard, I'll beat your little ass. Boy, if I had $1 every time I heard that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my God, I could have invested in being a millionaire by now.
Here's the thing is with that, D. The big dudes that you afraid to go up against and everything, who think they might be domineering, those are usually they're intimidated. Most people don't go up against them because they're intimidated by their size. So those guys don't get tested as often. The small guys,
and a lot of those motherfuckers don't have chins neither,
and they can't fight. And the small guy is the one who get tested often.
Drop some big ass motherfuckers. Just drop them.
Yeah,
they don't got no chins, man. Chins weak as goddamn cotton.
The small guys.
Rob, what's good? With your Rob? Hell yeah, man. Dave in the building. What's good, Dave? Appreciate you coming through. Mike Tyson. I don't even know if that's pigeon.
I'm about to go try to do some work, put some videos together. Y'all be easy, man. One love to the chat.
All right. Appreciate
Thanks
you,
for having
Myron.
me, champ.
No doubt. Always. So, IBT,
Yo,
Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson. Was you in the chat when I was talking about Shakur? He
yeah,
said
I've
he
been
wanted.
yeah, that's man, I don't know how I feel about Shakur Stevenson because on one hand he's a tremendous talent, and on the other hand I don't know, his resume is severely lacking, right? In my opinion, for the amount of hype that he receives, and I think he's got feather fists. Like really, I'm worried about the condition of his hands. People want to compare him to Floyd Mayweather, which I think is way too early, right? But if you want to compare him to Floyd Mayweather, Pretty Boy Floyd was tearing it up at lightweight before he went up to welterweight, and that's when he, adopted a different style that was more defensively responsible. At super featherweight and lightweight, though, he would, he'd scrap with dudes. And Shakur Stevenson, at this point, he's at super featherweight right now, former featherweight world champion. He already seems to be having hand injury issues, and just overall doesn't seem like his punches have a lot of pop. In his last fight, it took him 6 rounds to get that guy out, and that guy is not nearly on the same level as Carl Frampton. Carl Frampton's proven against heavier hitters, in my opinion. If not heavier hitters, guys who can deliver equal or more damage.
Yeah.
I don't think he
Well,
stops him at all.
you don't think he stops him? Well,
No.
I was saying that too because Shakur. That's what I was saying earlier. Shakur is talking about getting the stop and all of that, and I'm not too sure that he stops Carl Frampton because look, man, come on, let's be honest. Not who is Shakur Stevenson fought on any level
His
as a
best
Carl
win is
Frampton.
his best win's Joet Gonzalez. After that, Christopher Diaz probably. I don't know.
Right.
Like I'm saying, his resume is severely lacking. I like to go on precedent a lot, and just looking at his resume, no way, does not happen. Frampton's a tough guy. He's a veteran, former world champion. Yeah, no, I just don't see it personally.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I agree. I don't know. I want to see the fight though. I do want to see the fight. But with Shakur, one thing too is the hands we will have to see. We're gonna have to wait and see about the hands. But the power I'm not concerned about. He's 22. Is he
Well, I mean, in
21?
his last fight, he's 23.
Yeah.
And in his
23.
last fight, he
23.
injured his hands. Remember?
Yeah. That's why I
And
say the hand you got a point, but the power I'm not sure. We got to see, and I'm just saying with you got a point. It might be with the hands, maybe not. I don't know.
I hope not. But
power wise, bro, you still got a couple of years for that power to kick in. You don't have to have knockout power, but he's getting enough respectable power to start punching guys the way he does. As much as he does, he's gonna put guys away just from beating them down, wear and tear, and that type of shit. He's gonna put guys away.
my thing is right. I'm not saying he has to have stoppage power. All he needs is respectable power. But at this point, we haven't really seen him in there with anybody who's a tremendous pressure fighter or even like a really good pressure fighter, and they're gonna have a good chin. To me, someone like Miguel Burchell is going to propose a lot of issues for him because he's very experienced. He's a world champion. He's got good power. He's got good skills, and he's got a chin. So I think Stevenson may be susceptible to someone like Miguel Burchell because of their skill set, power, and chin. That's what I worry about.
Yeah. And there you go. But I don't know. It's a good fight. This one isn't, but it's a good fight. And Devin Haney, did you respond to that? Devin Haney in this situation. I think that he's just saying this. They're just trying to boost this fight up, but this is not the test of his life. I think I swear, I'm pretty sure he's had sparring matches that's going to be tougher than this Gamboa. Pretty sure.
Yeah, I agree.
This is
I
not the
think
test of
Gamboa's
his
shot.
life. That's just
I think
yeah. I don't see no way. I'm not doing like. Would you actually do film study for this for the prediction league? Would you even
hell
study
no.
this fight?
No, hell no. Not necessary in the
That's what I
slightest.
was. No, I'm not. Like I'm not even gonna look at this fight. I'm just gonna think of the fight and say, which round will he stop him? You know what I mean? I can think that through. And that's how I'm gonna pick
Yeah.
this fight. But it's definitely Devin Haney, like no doubts in my mind. And so
This
for
is
him coming out saying, this is the test of my life and this, that, the dream Haney, it's not the test of your life, but it's a good promotion. It's a good promotion. So at least he's doing something to self-promote himself, but it's not at all the test of your life, Devin Haney. Stop the nonsense. You shouldn't even be in this fight. You should be fighting someone else. Mendy, Fortuna, Comey,
yeah, I agree.
Linares, something. You should be
I
fighting one
agree.
of those guys.
I agree 100% D. Yeah. This is I don't even think that Gamboa should be eligible for a title shot, to be honest. Just the fact that the fight
A
is
lot of
sanctioned
people
for a
saying
world
that he
title.
just come off of one. It's a different title though, so
He's coming off of losing for a regular title. What makes us think he can fight for the WBC world title coming off a loss? I don't get it.
different sanctioning body. Different sanctioning body. They didn't have to drop who he was or where he was in their sanctioning body just because he lost in the WBA. Didn't matter. I mean, you know how these sanctioning bodies work. It's their ranking systems. He didn't get beat by anybody over here. I don't care about their boxes. They're not ranked over here. You know how that shit goes, man, the
Yeah.
politics. So he was still top 10 there, so he still gets a shot. He can pull up a top 10, still gets a shot, you know? Easy for Suleiman to get around it. And even if he was 15, Suleiman would just make him 10 because everything in their goddamn rules ends at the WBC. So it don't really matter anyway, bro. He's gonna be top 10 regardless and fight Devin Haney. But it's not by no chance is this the biggest in his life. Man, get out of here with that, bro. I know you spar guys. You sparring with Teofimo was probably more of a test in this damn fight than Gamboa. With Gamboa, man. Get out of here with that.
I'm not gonna lie, and let me know if I sound crazy for saying this, right? But I think Santiago and Abdulayev are both probably better opponents than Gamboa at this point, just because they're not on the rapid, steep decline.
Yeah, and Santiago. I mean, no, not Santiago. Abdulayev actually was having something to give to Devin Haney, but he got caught. That's what happened. He got caught swinging too. So his momentum, chin was going into that because he was swinging. Pow! Devin Haney caught him, right? Outside of that, he wasn't doing very bad against Devin Haney. Devin Haney was winning, and that's just Abdulayev. And like you said, Santiago was giving it. He was giving Devin Haney some work. So, just Gamboa, it's just he's chinny, man. He's chinny. And Devin Haney has enough power to knock a chinny fighter out. That's why I'm going to pick him by knockout. I'm only going to decide which round. That's it.
Yeah, if he goes distance, I'll be severely disappointed.
Me too. But I don't think he's longer than Tank. He boxes better than Tank. I'm not saying he is a better boxer because Tank still got to do some things. Tank has attributes I don't know. But at this point in time, Devin Haney's showing that he's a better boxer than Tank. He's going to get the job done. Set Gamboa up with some more. He's just going to use his length to, launch an attack and stop him. It's going to stop him. He's going to stop him. And I don't think Devin Haney's going to have too much problem. He's been working with power and all of this. These kids want to show knockouts. Devin Haney want to outbox you, but he want to show that he can knock somebody out too. So don't start sleeping on his power, which I don't think he has very, very much power, to tell you the truth. Power. What do you think about Devin Haney's power?
Yeah, I think it's solid. I mean, It's in like that respectable category. I don't think anyone's gonna walk through him because of his feather fit. Like I don't think his power is weak enough to where someone can walk through him and ignore his power. But I also don't see him stopping any of the top guys. You know what I mean? Like Teofimo, he's someone who I can see stopping some of the top guys. And Devin Haney, I see him being more of a boxer.
Right.
He's got respectable power.
Right.
But
Prime fighting
someone
champion. Prime fighting champion says Shakur is a special southpaw. I think he breaks Frampton down late round stoppage. Yeah, and then JB JB says could Shakur handle awkward Navarrete style 126? That's a good fight. That's all I will say about that. I don't know. I would like to see that because Navarrete and that reach, he's got a good reach, and that guy keeps coming. So if IBT say he's correct and Shakur Stevenson can't give Navarrete something to keep him off, that would be very interesting, that fight. Very interesting. That's all I can say about that. Got to see Shakur fight higher level competition and Navarrete as well, but I got to see these guys fight a higher level competition. I think they both talented fighters. I think overall skills Shakur probably has Navarrete there, but just got to see. What you think, IBT?
Yeah, I said in the chat, I think it'd be very difficult for Shakur just style wise. That's a,
Yeah.
I think Navarrete does best against boxers. That's just my opinion. If you're going to try to sit there and box with him, I think that's a bad idea. And I think Shakur Stevenson doesn't have the power to stop him like that. It'd be a good fight. It'd be a really good fight. I'm not making a pick on that, but, I don't think we're going to see it, but I would like to see it. That'd be cool. Maybe if Navarrete moves up or Shakur. I doubt he moves down, though. Raiders
Raider,
asking.
yeah, Raider. Well, I think IBT and I agree on this. He's the biggest name opponent, but he could be equal or less to Alfredo Santiago and Abdulayev, in our opinion, or at least in my opinion. That's how I see it. He could be
I
equal
agree.
or less danger as those two. So.
Yeah, I agree. And then Prime Fighting Champions, he's also asking us Gamboa, Devin Haney's first former champion fight. Yes, but he's a former champion, but he's a former featherweight champion. He's never been a lightweight champion.
Yeah, but he is a former champion. Like I said, that's why I said two prime fighting champion. I think we agree that that's his best name, but equal or less opponent than Alfredo Santiago and Abdulayev. I mean, that's how I look at it. I don't care what Floyd Mayweather and all of these people do to pump these fighters up. They started bigging Gamboa up. All of this bigging Gamboa started back up from Tank Davis. It's spilling over from that, guys. And he fucking lost. Let's pay attention to that. They bigged him up for that damn promotion. Of course, a lot of you, I feel like, bid on this shit because here we are talking about goddamn Gamboa again. So they bigged him up during that promotion, and he fucking lost. And here we go again with Gamboa, with another promising fighter. He's going to lose again. It's just that simple. Like, bro, what are we talking about here? Devin Haney is just pumping it up like Floyd Mayweather and them pumped it up. Gee, Gamboa was anybody else, what would they say, IBT? Oh, he's washed. He's finished. Why we keep talking about Gamboa, man? Why?
Yeah,
Why?
I agree.
The dude is washed, dog. He's done. He's done.
Yeah.
Gregory Turpin. Wow, Mr. Shelton. Man, that's probably you, Mr. Shelton. All you do is come in here, Gregory, and talk about what Mr. Shelton said. That's Mr. Shelton. You got another account, Mr. Shelton. He says that true. I bet you anybody this Mr. Shelton. He said, wow, Mr. Shelton told me you done lied to us.
Like unironically,
Oh,
forget it to move past Gregory Turpin's obsession with Mr. Shelton. I think Gamboa is actually 10 years removed from his prime. That's not an exaggeration. Like literally 10 years removed. Yeah, even when Crawford beat him, it wasn't a bad win, but he wasn't really he was the interim world champion at lightweight. He was the interim world champion at super featherweight. But really, his best, his best point in his career where he was most, just the apex of his accomplishments were in 2010 when he beat Salido, when he was fighting Jorge Solis, when he's defending his title against Jonathan Victor Barros. This guy is so shot, so unbelievably shot, so far removed from even the remnants of his prime. I don't understand how people can, with being genuine, trying to pump him up now. Like, he's just so shot.
Yeah. What was that baseball movie with that kid? It fell on his shoulder and then he started throwing that ball. They got him in the pros. It was some kid movie. I watched it with my kids once. But anyway, what if that happened to Haney? You know he had that shoulder injury. Prime fighting champion say he coming into his man strength. He haven't been fighting for a while. He looks strong. What if they fix it? He got an extra, like a spring in that shit. Wow! Just come and start knocking him off. Just laying him out. Like, oh, wow, what happened to Devin Haney? What they do to that shoulder? Nah, man. I don't know. That is a good question, though, about Devin Haney's shoulder. You know what I mean? Because he is coming off of, didn't they do a surgery on that? Minor surgery, but.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did the
He,
surgery on
he might underperform because of that, because he's coming off of inactivity and a surgery as well.
Nah, but he been sparring hard, fam. Like, he been sparring hard. Like, I think he would know by now. That shoulder probably good. Because he been in some sparring wars. Wars. You hear me?
Against who?
Aha. Nah, his pops wouldn't say, but it was like I believe him though. Like Bill Haney, I believe him. Yeah, he had him in some wars. Like he been in some good sparring wars. So this is the thing. That's the thing with Errol Spence. They're gonna find out with Errol Spence in a lot of those sparring matches. Errol Spence already said when he go back to sparring, he's gonna ease in, have a couple of good sparring sessions. Then he going back into his regular sparring sessions. Well, it's a reason why a lot of those guys couldn't hurt him. That's why I used to tell everybody, you ain't really gonna see any of these guys at 147 hurt Spence like that. He's not gonna be hurt in that ring. You don't know. Somebody could I said, okay, whatever, bro, because you could say 16-ounce gloves, headgear, and all of that, but light heavyweights and heavyweights are fucking light heavyweights and heavyweights. This nigga was in there rocking him in sparring wars. Like, get out of here. I don't care about no 147-pound guy. If they're not dropping him, I can't imagine somebody at 147 dropping him. Right? He's taking those kind of hits. Right? So this is why I was always confident that none of these guys were going to drop Errol Spence. And the way he just comes in there relentlessly. And that's the thing with Crawford. Like Crawford, yeah, he's dropping the Jeff Horns and these guys, but Jeff Horn is big and strong, but he's not a good boxer at all. Right? So it's different. And what is Jeff Horn giving Crawford back? Crawford was toying with Jeff Horn. He got to the point where he was just toying with Jeff Horn, like pop, pop, around, pop, pop. And the ref was like, okay, that's enough, man. You just getting beat up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's how that fight was. So, but you're not gonna toy with Errol Spence. You're gonna freaking be pissing blood the next morning. And that's something Crawford's gonna have to stay away from. It's an interesting fight, depending on what happens with Spence and Danny Garcia. But Spence is a different animal, man. And he's going to find out. I'll tell you guys right now, he's going to find out in those sparring battles that he's going to have. If that chin is ready to go or if it is not ready to go. Because he spars and they have wars. I've actually seen some of his sparring. And it's no sound, nobody in the gym, and you could just hear these punches that Spence is delivering and taking, like punching these big guys, and you seeing these big motherfuckers wince when Spence hitting them to the body. Wow, wow, man. You imagine these 147-pound, man, they can play it off in the ring all they want. That shit hurts if he's doing that to light heavyweights and heavyweights, having these big guys wince like that. I've seen this shit with my own eyes. That's why I was always so big on Errol Spence. I'm like, how does he generate that much power? I mean, I know he's bigger, but when you tone down like that, it's just like amazing to me how he generates that much power. Right? Man, Kell Brook, that's why I was telling people, nah, it's not what Kell Brook did to Spence is the fact that Kell Brook is durable as fuck because he was taking some good shots from Spence, man, to that body, bro. I'm telling you, Kell Brook's a tough son of a bitch. Well, he was. Crawford's still gonna beat him up. That's why people think a lot of Spence fans think he's gonna cause problems because kind of durable, but Kell Brook's shot, man. I don't see him. That's another fight I don't see a chance. What do you see the chances in that fight, Ali?
For Spence and Crawford.
No, Crawford and Brook.
Oh yeah, no, he's gonna watch him. Yeah, I think Crawford's just gonna watch Brook. Yeah. I don't mean to sound mean or like I'm not trying to hate on Brook. I think he's a good fighter, but at 147 at this point in both of their careers, I think he washes them. Kell Brook in his prime versus Crawford, I think that'd be a good fight. That'd be a great fight. But Brook is just so I don't know. Triple G fight damaged. Now he's drained at 147. Not that he'd been doing great at 147, right? He'd already been struggling to make weight. Then he moves down 2 weight divisions to fight Errol Spence, gets his face broken again, moves up, has some kind of like inactivity and some, lower level fights. And now he's supposed to move back down to a division he was drained at years ago and be competitive with the guy we consider top 5 pound for pound unanimously. I mean, I just don't see it. I think Brook's a good fighter, but I just don't think 147 is his division at this point.
Yeah, me either, bro. I agree totally because I don't know, man. It's like, dog, again, I just think a lot of this shit, man, it's just these narratives. This is why I always go at some of these channels with these narratives, man, because people believe this stuff. Those channels are huge, man. They got a lot of people sitting there. One time I seen what's his face, the fool Dante Boxer Nation, like 3,000 people and alive, and I'm like, wow, 3,000 people listening to this tomfoolery. Like, what the fuck is going on here? Oh, this garbage, man. But hey, shout out to them brothers. They doing the damn thing. Has Spence ever been hurt? Yeah, he has. He was hurt by a guy named Manuel Larte. He's an African fighter. He caught Spence coming in. And he caught Spence sort of like Marquez Pacquiao, not as precise as Marquez caught, but that type of thing where Spence was coming in missing and Larte was throwing him. He got Spence to tuck in the fetal position. He wobbled Spence up. But Spence weathered the storm, and every round after that totally beat the shit out of Larte. So, he got hurt once, but that was way back. What's up, Intangible?
Yo.
What's up?
What's good, dog?
Nothing much.
What you think about Jake Paul and Nate Robinson? What do you think gonna win that fight?
I had to be reminded that was Nate Robinson. I thought the cover behind you was Jake Paul versus 21 Savage, but
Fish McGill now.
I don't care. I don't care. I don't care, honestly. I mean, if I had to make an educated pick, I haven't seen Jake Paul fight before. I've seen Logan fight before. He fights like a very poor man's Klitschko. I don't know, man. I'll go with the NBA player.
Yeah, that's basically what my assessment was too, Intangible. I'll go with the athlete. Tommy Temple was good with your brother. I almost killed my coworker last night trying to pull a blade on me. Oh, Dara. Don't be so violent. You gotta talk about this. No, I'm playing. Not if somebody pull a blade on you. That's crazy. There's a YouTuber who has a whole podcast named Devin Haney Podcast. Probably H Money, man. That's the only person. Yeah, Team Devin Haney. Yeah, I think that's H Money. Big Dan. That dude's that dude's quite a piece of work. I'll tell you that. Just go listen a couple of times and you'll get the message.
I feel like I'm not. I don't think I'm in any position to criticize it.
I didn't criticize. I just said he's quite a piece of work. Go listen a few times and you'll get the message. I didn't throw no criticism, no shade at the dude. I'm not subscribed.
Yeah.
I don't visit, so I can tell you that.
Look, as a person who stated before that he's starting a Tanaka religion, I'm in no position to criticize that Devin Haney podcast.
Yeah, okay. So the Big Dan already visited it. Yeah, I'm not subscribed. I'm subscribed to Intangible. I'm subscribed to IBT. I'm not subscribed to whatever Devin Haney team, Devin Haney or what. I'm not subscribed to. Sorry, I'm subscribed to Tommy Temper. You know what I mean? So I'm not subscribed to no damn team Devin Haney. I follow Devin Haney on social media, so I don't need to be subscribed to no YouTube channel. I'll just go get it from Devin Haney. But look, IBT, do you think Shakur Stevenson can stop Carl Frampton?
He means intangible.
Oh, yeah. Intangible.
I don't think he will.
You think he can?
I think Stevenson would win fairly wide on points. Whether he can or not, I honestly don't know. Probably not, honestly. I mean, look, Carl Frampton, it kind of depends on what Carl Frampton you're getting. I don't really know, because I'm confident to say that he's past his best days. But where really is he in his career? What kind of decline is he actually on? He's lost to Leo in a close fight. He got the shit beaten out of him by Josh Warrington. How much of a toll will that take on him? I don't know, honestly.
Yeah, don't know, but I will say this. I listen to what you say somewhat, because you're not one of the ones that beat D. Jefferson yet. You know what I mean? I know you was talking a whole lot of shit early on.
He didn't enter.
Hold on, you gotta let me get this off, because he had a whole lot to say early on. They was the jokes, and I told you, young bucks, it's not where you start, it's where you finish now. Where you finish at? Intangible. Oh, I don't.
I didn't pick for about 4 weeks. And look, I'll be honest. I'll admit I fucking suck at picking fights. So
yeah, you don't say.
But I do think that it's still definitely fair to say that Carl Frampton is past his best days. Stevenson, I don't think can stop him, but I think he'll beat him decisively enough. That's how I'd put it.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I will probably pick decision. That's all I will say about that. I don't think that I could see him. I would have to see him stop him. I know he's getting stronger and all of that, but he doesn't even strike me like he's going to be the type of guy that's going to be stopping guys.
Stevenson has shit out of great. Look, Stevenson is skilled enough to stop guys. He can fight on the inside, actually. But it took him all the way until round 6 when he landed those series of body shots to actually even hurt Caraballo. Didn't hurt him once until round 6.
You knocked him down in round 1. You hurt him there.
Yeah.
If you were a good puncher, you would have been able to finish him inside 4.
Yeah, it didn't hurt him once afterwards, though. All of the shots, he was just completely eating afterwards.
Yeah, let me tell you how I would, what I would send to Champ Ross if I see Shakur Stevenson versus Carl Frampton on the schedule.
Oh, you know what?
Just decision. Just SDUD, whatever. That's it. He clearly wins, but on points.
Oh, this is I do it. Yo, what's up?
Liar, man.
Oh man, now you're ready to jump off. Are you gonna stay on this time or you gonna jump off? I know you gonna stay on or you gonna jump off. What you gonna do, man?
Got kicked out of the LDBC, man.
I never
Man.
joined the LDBC, bro, and everybody knows that.
Kicked you
Got
out.
kicked out the LDBC, man.
Yo,
Right.
D, stop lying, man.
Yeah, really. Okay, well, there we go. And now it's for certain, thanks to the trick IBT showed me, now it's for certain that Gregory Turpin is Mr. Shelton, because that's what the fuck just came up. Oh my gosh, bro. This nigga, man. I knew it was him anyway, because I was like, you know what? Every time you come in here, you tell me what Mr. Shelton said. It's Mr. Shelton. And look, IBT, it's not even a variation. It's exactly what Mr. Shelton said. And I remember these things, right? And I'm like, this gotta be Mr. Shelton. And now he just gave himself away. Thank you, IBT. That was a very valuable, very valuable trick you showed me.
Now you know all these secret identities people have because they don't know how to switch accounts or troll. They don't even know how to troll good.
It's funny, man. It's funny. So we're gonna keep that on the down low so they keep fucking up for a while.
Yo, D, why you lying, man?
I keep asking him, and I actually want him to talk about it, right? But that's the thing. If you're gonna call me a liar, fine. You know, I might have said something and I might have changed my mind about it, or maybe something to talk about. So, for the love of sports, let's talk about it. But he always do that. He just get on here, say, man, you a lie. Why you lying to these people? And then he jump off. That's why I asked him. I didn't even say that. I said, okay, are you going to stay on this time? Because he's done that about 5 different times already. He just jumps on, you lying, man. I didn't tell you to click the link just to call me a liar and jump off. Let's talk about it.
Do you see the new account? Do you see the new account? Caden J. Waddens? Have you ever seen that person in your chat once?
No.
He said, wow, man, weird as hell, man. The tell is he's put man twice in a sentence with 7 words.
Yeah. Mr. Sheldon, you're a weirdo, man. That's all I'm gonna say to you. You're a weirdo because you're a grown man that's wasting your time trolling, fam. You won't get up here and talk. You've done this like 5 or 6 times. He's backstage now, guys. Just wanted to address him. Hey, you haven't got up here. You just called me a liar. You won't talk about it. You won't tell me what I lied about. And dude, you're grown. So you have time to do this? Hope you're rich. Hope you're a millionaire if you have time to just sit here and troll me. I find it funny. I'll let you know. But anyway, back to boxing. I'm not effing with you right now, Mr. Shelton. So you can stay back there and enjoy the show.
Just one thing about trolls. MMA champ, thank you so much, bro. You know, the Tanaka profile picture, really appreciate it. The movement has just begun. We're rising up on December 31st. Facts.
What's happening on December 31st?
Yoka versus Tanaka.
No, you said y'all rising up?
Yes.
Yeah, because the fight
is going to win.
Man. Oh, okay.
Yo, Tony Bellew, salute in the chat. Anyways, what are you saying, D?
Yeah, Tony Bellew, what's up, brother? Look, Marco Ramos, what's up, my bro? The J-Bomb in the building. Listen, I just need to tell you this, Intangible. Yoka is going to beat Tanaka, man.
Okay. How many fights of Yoka's have you seen? I've just rescored.
Hands down. Not as many as you. I can guarantee you that, but it don't take me that many.
Go watch his first fight with Juan Carlos Reveco, and you'll see where Tanaka can capitalize.
Hey,
that mid-range
high volume
counter-punching.
Hey, real quick, Intangible. What did you place in the prediction league?
How many picks did I even make?
We have to do the mathematical formula of picks to points ratio.
When I was participating, I was ahead of you.
That's what they all say. Not how you start, it's how you finish. So,
Look, I'm like the Josh Gordon of the prediction league. You know, the vacations are like my proverbial marijuana, just keeping me suspended out the league. But
right.
you know, a dedicated me will put up a 2013 Josh Gordon like season.
Yeah, 12-week Dave Allen.
Oh boy, that's fine. That's funny. All right. So Alan Babbage. You know this fool actually calling out for Lee Hergovich.
Yeah, and Philippe ducked him.
So cut it out. We already know that's not true.
He ducked him. His promoter openly said that he would not fight him.
Philip Hergovich himself stated that Babbage needs to sit down and he's not ready for it, so it needs to build up.
They're marinating a fight with the cruiserweight.
It's not. It's not worth it. Philippe Hergovich gets nothing out of Babbage, and you guys know it.
Is the Alexander guy that he fought in his last fight, or that Serbian guy, journeyman fighter? Were they worth it?
Listen, forget about your resumes right now on tangible. If you look at these guys in the ring.
This is about. Look. Let me say something really quick, D. Neither Intangible nor I will pick against Filip Hergovich in that fight, right? But what matters more, what matters more than our prediction, is what's actually going on, right? And at this moment, Babbage is more active, and he's fighting the proper fights for him, right? And Filip Hergovich is actually regressing in terms of his opponents, not his actual skill set. He's very skilled. He's my number one prospect in the heavyweight division, but his opposition recently has been very, very poor. So we're just making fun of him so that he can get better opponents.
Shondell Winters would be one of Hergovich's best wins.
That's great. But he'll beat the hell out of Babbage.
Yeah, we know that.
I know.
Babbage is a cruiserweight.
Then he should go on ahead and do it.
Yeah, he should. You should beat him up. But he ain't going to get no money or no. It's not going to move. It's not going to. Listen, Hergovich don't need to mess around with Babbage right now. Like, the dude's no spring chicken. He's not like Daniel Dubois and all of these guys. And he don't want to be sitting around like Joe Joyce, 34 years old, and still wondering if he'll get a title shot. Hergovich like 27 years old. He need to do something. So he can't be messing around with no damn Babbage.
It's unfortunate that the Regis versus Hooker fight got canceled, and I probably would have went to that fight just so I can say I've been to more Hergovich fights than L-Dog.
Yo, that would be funny, bro.
Jerry Forrest would be a decent opponent for Hergovich. I mean, not terrible.
He's solid.
You should go on ahead and fight him.
Just fight Takoma.
Yeah, I think you should.
Just fight Takoma.
Hey,
why fight Jerry Forrest? Just fight Carlos Takoma.
To be honest, I think Takoma's going to get in with Tony Yoka.
Oh, that makes sense.
How do y'all see that fight? How do y'all see that fight? Tony Yoka and Carlos Takoma.
I see that fight sort of how I saw the Yoka Dualpas fight when it originally came up. Except I think Yoka will beat Carlos Takoma on points. Takoma is very durable, but he's pretty tough. He's pretty shifty and awkward. He's very strong close up, and I think Tony Yoka should have some issues with him early. Yoka does struggle against pressure fighters with high work rate, such as Joe Joyce in the amateurs. Even Alier Demirezin, who's not a very hard puncher, he got knocked out by him. It's a very sort of basic kind of high-volume puncher in Demirezin. He got knocked out by him in the World Series of Boxing. And Carlos Takoma probably carries more power than Yoka. However, Yoka, I think, is filled out more at this point. So I think that he should I think he should beat Carlos Takoma comprehensively on points. Although it won't be easy. He's going to have some tough moments in the fight. But he'll win pretty comfortably.
I think the scorecards won't be an accurate representation of the challenges he faces fighting Carlos Takoma. I think Takoma's a very good opponent for him.
Yeah.
I feel like the scorecards will be wider than the fight truly was. You know what I mean?
You don't think he stops him?
No, I don't imagine so. Tony Yoka is a solid puncher. The stoppage over Duapas is very surprising, honestly. But I think Takom's just a little. He's durable, smart veteran. He's kind of awkward too. I don't think Yoka stops him.
Although I believe Chisora actually stopped Takam. Yoka could stop him. Takam
If he
is getting a
does,
bit older.
it's late. If he does, it's late.
I would agree. Yoka's a very good finisher himself. He's not somebody who necessarily has to rely on power, which he does have. He's a very, very good finisher. Like the finish against Johan Duapa was beautiful. With how he placed his shots, he was mixing it up.
Johan Duhafis is old. He's old.
Takam is getting up there in age too.
Not only that, he's worn. Takom's not as worn as Duhafis either. He's beat down. Duhafis. He's slower than Takom. Duhafis really had nothing to offer Tony Yoka. And we've seen that. I don't know much about Yoka, so I can't tell you anything. I just couldn't use Duhafis too much as a catalyst. All I'm gonna say. I didn't expect the kid to go in there and blast to him like that. Shout out to him for that, but how much can you really get out? What did he beat him in the first round?
Yep, first round knockout.
Right. So what did you see in that fight? How much did you really get out of that fight?
I'm really just talking about the specifics of the finish.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I get it, but we didn't really get to see much from it, right?
Yeah, that's kind of why I trace back to some of Yoka's early struggles in the amateurs against really high work rate pressure fighters, and I use that as sort of a reference point for a potential matchup against Takam, which I think would be a bit more relevant than Johan Duapa, of course. But I'm just pointing out, Yoka is a good combination puncher. He's very fast. He's got good body attack. He can possibly stop Carlos Takam. I wouldn't favor it, though.
Right. Well, yeah, Mr. Shaw. Not Mr. Yeah, Martin Ramos. Yeah, bro. He is. I laugh at it. That's why I was like, bro, it's amazing that you that old and you just sitting around and you got time to do this. Like, go walk in the park and feed the damn pigeons if you that boy. Tony Belly, I just want to get home to my wife and kids. Yeah, I think that's the key to all boxing. That's why when L-Dog crazy talking about let Wilder just go in the ring, I'm like, man, that's taking it too far, bro. Like, I don't want to see none of these guys get hurt, you know. And shout out to Carl Stevenson for covering the way he did. You know what I mean? That's what you want to see these guys recover, not get hurt.
Yeah, it's a much different story when people actually do get hurt, besides before they do. Because, I mean, of course, people are out here wishing death on Wilder. Adonis Stevenson was one of the most hated fighters before he got injured against Vosdick. Like, he was legitimately one of the most – he had a lot of contempt towards him. And as soon as he got brain damage against Vosdick, nobody showed any hate, at least from what I saw.
Very few people. I think most rational people respect his career at this point. You know, he's retired now. No need to. It's unnecessary. I don't want to see anyone seriously hurt in the ring. Obviously, I'm not saying I want to see feather-fisted guys just slapping each other like Rock'em Sock'em robots, but we don't want to see guys get out of the ring with significantly less of themselves. You know, with brain damage, things like that. You know,
right?
We're fans of the sport.
I want to see guys get knocked the fuck out. Don't get me wrong. I do. But I don't want to see them get knocked out to the effect that it's going to cause them permanent damage, you know, where they can't operate and all of this type of stuff. Like,
you want to see people horribly hurt and injured, and then the next day they can go back home safe to their wife and kids.
Right.
That's all that matters.
You know, yeah, like that. See them get fucked up and then go home. Prime fighting champion Taylor Ramirez. This fight is going to be a battle. Yeah, I can't wait. Man. it was close to me at one point. I was like, man, Jose Ramirez looked good. And, after Josh beat my boy, I already gave him his respect because I thought Regis was going to win that fight. And Josh had my respect since then, but I'm leaning toward Josh Taylor in that fight. And I've been looking at both of them, looking at some of their fight. And what I see, I'm leaning toward Josh Taylor in that fight. But it's still going to be interesting. I'm stuck. Like, I got it a 50-50 fight at this point. Because I see some things that Ramirez, obviously, Go ahead.
Yeah, I still don't know about the Josh Taylor and Ben Davison relationship. Like, look, Appen and Kong Song, a fight that lasted 1 round, and a guy who never even made it past domestic levels, just isn't enough for me to really determine what kind of effect that'll have in the fight. But both guys at their best, I'd favor Josh Taylor.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I'm favoring Josh. I'm edging Josh. What you think, Intangible? At this point, I know you're gonna look at it a little more as the fight gets closer. I mean, IBT.
No, I'm waiting for Intangible now.
No,
I don't know. It's 50-50. I haven't decided yet. I'm leaning towards nobody.
You leaning toward Ramirez?
I want Ramirez to win, but I don't know who I'm going to pick.
Well, what do you think about Manny Pacquiao getting stripped of that belt?
No. Don't do it.
What do you mean? What if it happens?
That'd be some BS.
Manny Pacquiao, all you guys that don't know, Manny Pacquiao just signed to Paradigm Sports. What is that?
He did.
Significant, yes. He just signed a contract with Paradigm Sports, and that's significant with Conor McGregor fight. And they were specific about this. If he takes that Conor McGregor fight, he's taking our belt.
Strip him if he takes the McGregor fight. I mean, look, if he's been out of the ring for 1.5 years, but you can understand if it's the COVID situation. But if he's not in talks to fight anybody, and then he's going to get in the ring with somebody for MMA, and just strip him at this point, because what's really the use for having him as a belt holder if he's not really going to do anything? And the McGregor fight probably wouldn't even be sanctioned as a championship bout anyways. So 2 years out there,
it wouldn't be.
Well, it can't be a championship fight because
he's not ranked. So
what do you never mind. I just don't think he should be stripped, but that's just me.
No. Say it, bro, because that's what it's about. A different perspective. You might offer something and make me think differently.
I just think that if we expect the WBA to strip him, but there's all the other cases of fighters like the obvious one of Manuel Char holding his title, I think it's a little ridiculous. And Manny's at a point in his career, right? Let's look when he got the title to when he would have fought to when COVID happened. It kind of started. The COVID kind of started right when he was about to fight, right? So in my eyes, he hasn't been inactive for 1.5 years. He's really been inactive for couple months because there's the time period in which you have after a fight where no one expects you to fight. Then there's the projected fight date, but that fight date was taken over by, COVID. So, yeah, I just don't see it. I don't know. He earned his championship. I'd say at least let him defend it or vacate it by choice. He's at a point in his career where I think it's unreasonable to expect him to be stripped, especially since Thurman kept the belt for so long, and he could have fought.
Yeah, that's just kind of how I wish it would be. I'm saying that's how I wish it would be, though. I mean, I'm not saying he will be stripped, or even that is necessarily consistent to what the WBA does. But I will say, guys who hold the belts for an extremely long portion or period of time, that tends to be an issue with the WBA regular, like with Bibu Shumenov and Manuel Char. Those are issues with the regular belt. That doesn't seem to happen as often.
Because I'm saying the WBA Super Belt from 2017 through 2019, Keith Thurman held the title. The WBC stripped him, but
Keith Thurman did hold the title. Yes.
That's what I'm saying. That was 2 years. That's much longer.
With an injury.
Yeah,
That's much longer.
On top of the fact that Pacquiao likely going into fighting an MMA guy in a fight that won't even be sanctioned, and him not even looking to make a fight with anybody who's around the top spot in the welterweight division, I wouldn't blame them, to be honest.
Right. So, this is the thing. With Keith Thurman, it was an injury, and it was a proven injury. So they decided to let him keep his belt. They could have put him in like champion and recess like they did Haney or whatever, but they just decided to let him keep his belt. Manny Pacquiao has the opportunity to fight top 10 fighters. He has the opportunity right now to unify. When he's choosing not to even fight a boxer. So it's different from
in my opinion, being injured is actually worse because it means there's no shot. There's no shot you defend your title. So that's when you should be stripped and the interim champion or regular champion be made the full titleist. If you literally cannot fight, like Manny has the option of fighting. So you guys are on that basis saying, if he has the option to and he isn't, strip him. If you literally can't, strip him. I just see an inconsistency there.
Well, that's why I added on the basis of if he fights McGregor. Like if he gets a fight with somebody, a top guy at least, somebody in the WBA rankings, don't strip him. I said on the basis of if he fights, it clearly shows he's probably not looking to really take his championship career that seriously. And Keith Thurman was looking to come back and fight guys. Like he was actually in talks to fight Jesse Vargas in 2018.
But he literally could not, right?
He couldn't, but I believe he was actually available that year. He was about a year removed from his surgery. I don't remember the timeline.
And Thurman holding up multiple big fights, and Manny would be.
He actually was holding 2 titles. He had to get stripped by the WBC, so he literally was holding on multiple championships.
Yeah, listen, I'm talking about, I said multiple big fights. I'm talking about like Crawford and Spence and all of this, and 4-belt undisputed. Like, look, they're not getting a dime off of that McGregor fight. They're not getting a dime off of that.
Come on. You really think the division? You think the division needs Manny Pacquiao to be active in order for these guys to fight? When's the last time we've had an undisputed welterweight world champion? What makes us believe that Manny Pacquiao getting stripped would lead to that? I just don't buy it. There's too many good fights. There's too many good fights to be made where I think it's unreasonable. What's up?
No, they need that belt.
No, I don't think they do. I don't think they do.
Shit. Crawford.
I feel like it's conflated.
No,
I don't think these guys go for your undisputed. I really just don't. I don't have faith in either of them. The top 2 guys in the division, I don't have faith will go undisputed. They can't even get a 3-belt unification. What makes you think they'll be able to get Manny Pacquiao's or his title?
No. I don't. When it comes to that, I already said that a while ago too. I don't know if Crawford and Spence ever fights.
Yeah, so I'm saying even if they do fight, right? I think that something will happen to where we won't get an undisputed world. Like I don't see the winner of either any Pacquiao Spence, Pacquiao Crawford Spence, any combination. I don't see the winner of that fight fighting the 4th titleist. I just don't see it.
Well, that's because you understand the politics and everything behind it. But the casuals that they sell to don't. The allure of something like that happening, marketing something like that happening, whether they get it or not, is why they can keep fooling people and keep selling tickets.
So by the same basis of talking about casuals, does Manny Pacquiao not have the greatest audience, pay-per-view, star power of anyone in the welterweight division? Why would they strip him?
It does because they ain't getting paid off that McGregor fight. And again, Just like I said, bro, the allure. They can get paid. Like if they put their fight around Crawford, they can start getting paid. They put it around Spence, they can start getting paid. They put it around certain people, they can start getting paid immediately. They don't have to sit and wait for Manny Pacquiao. What if McGregor fuck him up a little bit? He's still gonna win. What if he sustain a little injury or something, fucking around with McGregor? Now they gotta sit and wait. You gonna say, well, that keeps German hold like they can't get paid when they really didn't just get paid off of a $50-$60 million fight with McGregor. At the end of the day, it's about money. I don't disagree with your logic, but you know damn well it comes down to money. And he's cutting the WBA out of money. Out of how you chalk that up, man. And that's a big fight with Conor McGregor. When he could be in a big fight with Mikey or a big fight with Errol Spence or a big fight with Terrence Crawford, and the WBA makes money off of that. They're just sitting back watching him make a ton off of Conor McGregor and then gotta hope that he'll make a big fight for them. It don't make business sense, man.
I don't know. Am I crazy for just not thinking he should be stripped or will be stripped?
No, I mean, no. I mean, I don't, like, I'm not going against you. Man, that's what they said. Which is what the WBA says. I don't think he should be stripped. I mean, we've seen guys do worse and not get stripped. Like, let's be honest. So I'm not wishing the worst on Manny Pacquiao, but if they strip him good, the reason I say good because they can get the ball rolling. I just think if that belt lands in Crawford or Spence's hands, it just forces the issue. Whether it happens or not, I still think it forces the issue. You know?
I'm sorry. I just disagree with the narrative that Pacquiao's holding up the division or that if he gets stripped, the ball will get rolling. What ball? I've never heard of this ball until they talked about stripping Manny. You know, I don't know. Where did this ball come from? I don't get it.
It seemed impossible. It seemed impossible when Manny had it, and he was talking about fighting Mikey next. So he's not going to be fighting Spence or Crawford. That was the given because both of them wanted to fight him. Manny said, "Yeah, I'll fight them all," and his camp said, "No, no, no, you're not going to fight Spence or Crawford." So, if you guys gets the belt, or I mean, come on, bro. Like, if certain fighters
If
get this
Ugas
belt,
gets the belt, is that good? Is that what we want to see?
no. But if Ugas
Okay.
gets the belt, there's a good chance that he will defend it against Crawford and Spence. Preferably, in my opinion, preferably Crawford. That way, there's no more cross the street matter and none of that. And I just feel like it'll force the issue. That will force the issue. There's
If
no more
Ugas
belts.
gets, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, there's no more belts to pick up. And both of you two top guys are holding two top belts. That establishes lineal and everything.
If Ugas becomes the full titleist, I think the situation remains the same. That's why I don't believe there is a ball running thing. I think if Crawford were smart, he would have sent Ugas an offer instead of letting him go the WBA route.
Yeah, I mean, look, I don't.
I
I'm
just
not
don't have faith
arguing
in him.
about not having faith in this game, bro. Like, I mean, not this game.
It's not the sport or necessarily the fight. It's the fighters. I just don't. I don't know. I just don't see any of these fighters actually doing it. The guy I did believe before Crawford, at this point, I'm losing faith in him now. So everyone who's captured a title or gotten a power of position, the welterweight division, as an A side to a fight, immediately become divas.
Yeah, yeah, man.
So I don't
That's
get
what
when
I'm
people say
saying.
strip Pacquiao because he's holding up the division. It just doesn't make sense to me. I think it's a false narrative. That's my honest opinion.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying, bro. I mean, I get it, but you can sell hope. Just know that it's always sold. There's a lot of religions around the world have these churches, and they make millions and billions of dollars. And guess what they selling? Hope. You know what I'm saying? So That shit sells, man. People get excited. Oh, now we can get the fight. Now we can get the fight. Well, we all know that that's still far fetched. You and I, and then intangible ring IQ. The average person don't know this shit, man. They don't. You know, a lot of our listeners know because they listening to us, but we don't cover a big sector. You look at all of our channels, the big ones too, Dante and all of them. What do we cover? 2 million people tops? Not even 2 million people. Oh, we cover like, man, people don't know. They see people get knocked out. They see highlight reels and all of this shit we talk about. They don't know what they can sell is hope. So you get 2 champions. He got 2 belts. He got 2 belts. People are like, oh, these must be the 2 best guys. Oh, they're going to fight. They get ready to fight. Oh, that's it. That shit sell. And we know damn well we probably don't see them fight until 2022. And all the way to 2021, guess what? They're going to sell that.
It's trash. It's complete utter garbage. I don't care about the welterweight division, honestly. Not nearly as much as I should, considering the level of talent they have.
Right. Yeah, I feel you though, but that's how it's gonna go, dog.
Yeah, I already know. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying I disagree with him being stripped because he's holding up the division. I've seen people say that, and then when I ask them, they go, "Oh, so others can fight for the belt." And I'm like, and then what are they gonna do? Oh, and then they're gonna unify and go undisputed. No shot.
They're
No
gonna
shot.
hold up the division. They're gonna hold up the division because I kind of agree with you too. You guys have been fighting this whole time to become an official champ. That dude might crawfish the whole fan base and be like, nope, I gotta take a tune up, and then I gotta fight my mandatory. He might want to hold on to that damn trinket for a little bit. He knows Spencer Crawford can put him up out of there. That man not gonna be ready to. That's why I give much respect to Jason Rosario, bro, because he got right back in there like that. That's not like what you talking about right now. And then, I mean, IBT, I'm with you, fam. Like, I agree. A lot of these boxers are just like that. Now that's why I start laughing because I could imagine that scenario, right? If it's not Spence, that's why I said it would be good if Spencer Crawford could get in there for that vacant title. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, actually, you know what? If Spence isn't willing to go unify either, go strip him too. Strip him and strip Crawford.
No.
Ortiz and
It's
David
not about.
See what I'm saying?
No, it's not about not being willing to unify. It's about not being willing to fight. If you can't say go strip Spence because he's going to give Sean Porter a rematch to his belt. That's not what we want. You know, he got better fights he can take. But Sean Porter's a top 5 welterweight, and he's going to give him a rematch, which a lot of people would think is well deserved. But then if you're going to strip a Conor McGregor, who's not even a boxer, you're not making a dime off the goddamn fight. That's different. Again, we got to stop making these comparisons because you're not going to want to strip Spence for giving Sean Porter a rematch. Like, no, none of us want to see that. We want to see him move on.
I wouldn't mind.
Yeah, whatever.
He's gonna give him a rematch anyways. It really doesn't matter.
How you gonna get mad at Manny, but then won't mind him getting stripped for a title because he won't?
No. I'm saying I don't mind seeing that fight. There's other fights I may want to watch more, but if I hear that fight's announced, right, and Crawford's fighting Mean Machine 2, of course I'm not gonna mind Sean Porter too. I'm just saying, I don't even think you have to unify and get stripped. And I wouldn't be mad at Ugas for not immediately unifying. Like, legitimately, I would not, right? Let the guy get his money. Let the guy get his, his opportunity, some time in the light. Maybe make the fight seem more competitive because people think he'll lose. I don't necessarily think it's a given, right? I think he could be either of them, although I wouldn't favor him per se. Listen, Ugas is a regular champion. Is already being given like 3 fights. The WB have already told him, okay, you're gonna fight Abel Ramos for the title, and then you're gonna fight Butayev, and then you're gonna have to fight this guy afterward. Like, they're already loading up his schedule as the super champion. I doubt. I doubt they make things nice and peachy and easy to just go into a unification fight. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't mind Spence fighting the winner of Kudratio Abdukakra versus Sergey Lipinets. That's a top 10 guy versus a champion. They worked up their way the proper way to get a title shot. Let him have it, right? Danny Garcia, high rated WBC. he's the mandatory. Although I think it should have been Ugas, but Ugas has gone the WBA regular route instead. So give it to him, right? The only time I have issues with Mandros is when they're like Kong Song or Carlos Ocampo, where they've never left the domestic scene. I think the rankings should give guys from who are dominating their domestic scene a chance or successful in the domestic scene. But I think that they would have to they should have to go through a world level fighter first. You know what I mean? I don't
Even
like
the
seeing
Danny
Kong
mandatory.
Song or Carlos Ocampo get knocked down one round.
The Danny
what's up?
mandatory. The Danny mandatory is garbage too, because which world level fighter did Danny fight?
He beat ranked
Nobody.
fighters.
He fought
That's
a
the
140
thing.
pounder who he looks shot against. He doesn't deserve a mandatory shot either. He's received two different. He's received
Are you
two
mad
different
about
title
Victor
shots.
Postol being the WBC mandatory?
He doesn't belong either. But
Okay, cool. The most qualified mandatory in the 140 division doesn't belong. So that's when I ask you, literally,
what did Victor Postal do for it? Nothing.
they're former champions. As a former champion in the WBC rankings, you gain favor.
A
That's
former
just how it
champion
works.
Who belongs
2015.
in tangible? You can say who don't belong. Who belongs?
Crickets.
You can say
Huh?
who doesn't belong. He don't belong there. Who belongs there? Give us some name. Who should be there?
What I'm saying though is that there's an issue with there needs
Now
to be
answer the question.
intervention with
Answer the
sanctioning
question.
bodies.
We're asking you. Forget the sanctioning bodies. This is now the intangible sanctioning body. The WBC, they literally died overnight. This is now run by intangible. Who's
goes?
qualified?
Who's qualified? Whoever beats the most guys in the rankings. I don't
So
know
what
who
are
that
the?
is.
That's what I'm saying. No, we're not saying WBC rankings. We're saying intangible. You now own the WBC.
How would you decide who goes? Who's qualified? Because it's easy. What I'm telling you, intangible, it's easy for you to say, he's not qualified. He shouldn't be there. He should. Who should?
Well, I wasn't following the division at that time,
Who
so I
should be
don't know.
there?
You
Well, then
weren't
you
following
can't
the
say who
welterweight
shouldn't fucking
division
be
when
there.
Danny.
140.
No, okay, forget 140. 147.
Don't know. But
Oh,
probably not
okay.
Danny
Okay,
Garcia.
this is the thing.
Probably
We
Okay,
don't
we're
have an
asking
answer.
you. We're not
probably
saying.
would have put Ugas above him because he's done more. He's won a regular title. And if
Yeah,
I
but that's
hosted my own sanctioning body, I would
he-
mandate the other champions first. But
But
that's
he's
not
a
going to happen.
champion. Yeah, he's a champion. You got to talk about things that actually work the way they work, fam. Like, we ain't talk about revamping
You're
the
saying I
system.
should run my own sanctioning body, so I'm going to
No,
go
the
based off
problem
of
is
my
this.
personal,
Problem is this.
idealistic. Fine,
No, what
that's
I'm
it.
saying is this, intangible. You can condemn everything, but if you don't have an answer, that's just like almost the definition of nagging, son. Because you just talk about he don't belong there, but you don't even really have an answer of who. Somebody asks you, well, who does go there? You say, I don't know. I mean, so
let me.
and who doesn't belong there? How do you know they don't deserve there if to be there if you can't even figure out a replacement? How do you know they don't deserve to be there?
So here's what I'm saying, right? Yordinis Ugas, prior to him capturing the WBA regular title, perfectly acceptable, and in fact, I think he was positioned to do so. But you're saying it should be Yordinis Ugas after let's say he moves up to 147, beats Jamal James, Brian Perella, he beats all these guys, Thomas Delorme, Ray Robinson. He works his way up there. He fights Sean Porter and he loses a split decision. But he's got a pretty good body of work beforehand, so he doesn't drop too low. He was competitive in the fight. Fights Omar Figueroa Jr. All right, another good fighter. He beats him decisively. Right, good win. And then he fights Mike Dallas Jr. After fighting Mike Dallas Jr., now we're going, yes. Before, he wasn't the number one. But now, after defeating Mike Dallas Jr., you're stopping him in the 7th round. RTD, right? Now you're number one. I'm saying, what's the difference between a Mike Dallas Jr. and an Ivan Redkach? Like, truly, what makes one guy worth more than the other?
Not much. The sanctioning body is corrupt. Duh.
Okay.
But I think him being more
You picked
active,
Ugas though, but
and him
you
coming
picked
off of a
Ugas.
victory now, I'm talking about right now, I think that, to be honest, Ugas has probably done more to be in a mandatory position than Garcia, because Garcia's last two opponents have been Adrian Granados, who was a fringe guy at 140 anyways, and Ivan Redkach. he and Mike Dowse are both bad opponents. At least you can say Omar Figueroa was a former champion somewhere.
So, okay, well,
Yeah, the thing is, he already got his title shot, right? Ugas, he got the WBA regular. That's why I'm like cool with Danny getting it. If Ugas was just shelved, I'd have an issue. But Danny's a former world champion in that sanctioning body, and he's on a string of wins, right? So I'm good with him getting it.
Yeah. Nick says, who's Jake Paul? Does Nick? He said, "Oh hell no, Jake Paul gonna beat this man." I'm watching tape work on Nick. He throws combinations. Yeah, we just watched some of that tape, man. Nick, don't bet that thing, because Nick, you a gambling man. I'm gonna tell you something. Don't even bet that fight. It's hard. It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell, Nick. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Just remember, Nick Robinson's the athlete. That's all I'm gonna say. Athletes pick up shit. He's gonna learn a couple of techniques. I feel like he's gonna learn a little bit less than what Jake Paul knows, and then you're just looking at an athlete wannabe boxer versus a YouTube wannabe boxer. I'm gonna go with the athlete wannabe boxer. I don't know, but anyway, yeah, IBT, I feel you, dog. Intangible, but anyway, Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney, Nate Robinson, Jake Paul. Y'all fellas give me some intangible.
He said in the chat that he's gonna put money on Jake Paul.
You're asking for my closing thoughts.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Good luck on that.
The matchmaking at the welterweight division is trash. The activity is terrible. There needs to be serious intervention within the sanctioning bodies. And I hate the division. I will not watch Crawford versus Brook. I'll watch Spence versus Danny, but I have no interest.
Yeah. All right, Intangible. I appreciate you coming through, fam. You know you're always welcome. IBT, let me get some closing thoughts, brother.
Nate Robinson versus Jake Paul is a useless match, and you shouldn't put money on it. Don't watch it either. Don't support that garbage. Shakur Stevenson is a good fighter. I'd like to see more out of his opponents. I think he's got loads of talent and loads of potential. My only worry with him is his lack of power and fragility in his hands. Devin Haney's next opponent in Yuriorkis Gamboa is completely shot, washed, and trash. 10 years removed from his prime, coming off of an injury and a loss and a stoppage in which he won 0 rounds and was knocked down multiple times. The asterisk around that fight is massive. I don't care about it. However, Devin Haney's next opponent, which will be the winner of Ryan Garcia versus Luke Campbell, that's going to be a good fight. So don't lose faith in the kid. It's just one bad fight. I know it's really bad, but, it happens. And, I just want to see the best versus the best, and I want to see the sanctioning bodies do their thing properly. If that means Manny gets stripped, then so be it. Overall, I just want to see the guys who are working the hardest in the sport get their shot at the at gold.
That's good stuff. Well, IBT, appreciate you coming on, my brother. You know you're always welcome. And well, guys, I say this: Shakur Stevenson, I'd like to see you knock Frampton out. I hear what you're saying, but I don't particularly believe that. I think you can beat him by the distance, score more points, but I just don't think you'll knock him out. You might sneak a late round knockout in there. Give you that, but I think Carl Frampton's a little too tough. So hope you do get that fight there. Chet Collins, right at the nick of time, he said, I'm the only one who thinks Shakur ducked Navarrete. He could have. I don't know. Is he damn sure that hightailed it out of 126, didn't he, Chet? But yeah, maybe Shakur did. When it comes to Devin Haney, I'm not buying it. I know what you're trying to sell, Devin Haney. This is the biggest test in my life. No, it isn't. probably been sparring in the ring with your old dad, and he was a bigger test than Yuriorkis Gamboa at this point. Cut it out. It's not your biggest test. You're just using that to try to sell this fight. I'm not buying that tactic. Y'all don't buy it either. It's not a bigger test. Dudes had harder sparring matches. He spars guys that's 160 pounds. And they come hitting him. They come with the thunder, right? Yuriorkis Gamboa, probably less competition than some of those sparring wars Devin Haney's had. Not the biggest test in his life. Not all. Not at all. Not even a little bit. Stop it. And when it comes to Jake Paul and Nate Robinson, Boston Nick, don't do it. Don't. Because everybody keeps talking about Jake Paul this and Jake Paul that. Jake Paul is not a boxer. And when we think about these things that Jake Paul is being superior in, let's think about him just being an average guy that got some boxing tips. See you in the MMA community, Nick, and I'll give you an analogy that I gave people earlier. You know, coming up, Boston Nick, those kids that took Taekwondo or something for 8, 9 years, and after school they still got the shit beat out of them. You know, they were in Taekwondo, you know, doing their katas and everything. Nick, remember those kids? Well, Jake Paul's total boxing acumen is about 5 or 6 months. Not 8, 9 years like those same Taekwondo kids that came out and still got their ass kicked. No. But about 5 or 6 months, tops. He's not a fighter. He's not a fighter. Basically, this is a regular schmo, Jake Paul, and a career-long athlete getting ready to punch it out in the boxing ring. So I'm going to go with the career-long athlete because Jake Paul's not a fighter. Well, with that being said, guys, Chet Collins, thanks again, fam. Appreciate you on the super chat. And y'all know how I always in this thing. For the love of sports, let's talk about it. Peace.